Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Voidstorm. Let's have some fun. Also, everyone watching this on YouTube, you should go and watch the FF5 video. A swear warning. There is a swear in the video. I have seen hundreds, no thousands of worlds across the great dark beyond. We fought the Legion. There were worlds plunged into war and darkness. We had done one like this. This foul taste in the mouth, this chill. There's something even darker here than Xalatath. Yet, I'm allowed one swear, I think. That's how that works. Hang on, let me shut up some things here really quick. One swear per sentence. A distant realm crawling with vicious evil monsters. Just like old times, Illyria, Tyrellian, and I faced 1,000 years of war, 30 years of war with demons in far-flung realms. It's a simple solution now as it was then. Kill or be killed. Yeah, notice the good...
Come.
Notice that the good old days vibe is still here. Lithraxian is unironically waxing nostalgic about the war against the Legion. What is wrong with you? The void here. It's like nothing else. Surely you can feel it too. The overwhelming power. We must do something to stabilize the area. I'm barely able to keep our escape route from imploding, and the rest of our scouts, if they can hold it together. The Rendor, I know what to do. They would place Shadestar Loci to protect the area, but I need your help activating them.
We must scout. Yes, scout ahead.
Yeah, keep...
Everdon, no!
And we just lost Everdon. Okay, that was quick. We've been here, what, 10 seconds? Yeah, you notice Lithraxian's a terrible leader here, by the way? No, seriously. We are in really, really hostile territory. What's the first thing the so-called leader does? Bails and goes off to glory hunt. I'm debating Evo. We'll see when we finish it up. We'll see what we think of it. Good morning, Ismir Star. I mean, the bad old days... No, I guess I should just call them that. The bad old days were simpler. That is actually true. I should stop being a tank. So you want to hear something frustrating, Kira What Noise? And anybody else who cares. Just for funsies last night, I popped into...
It is like drowning, flailing your arms out. But we will learn to swim.
That's one way to put it. I did the let me solo him thing. Got him down to about 8% health, and just straight up could not keep up with the damage he was doing. He was just running over me. And the moment either me or Varisa died, it was just game. And that's like a 10-minute fight, and I didn't feel like redoing it.
It's worse. Worse even than when we were first transformed by the Void into Locris. But I'll get through it, Hiron.
I have heard that happening, this Miristar. And that's just... I would be livid. I would be livid. Hello, Elizar. You know all these NPCs, they're there for a town that doesn't exist yet.
Fear not for my sanity, champion. My minion and I are well used to such madness.
Sure thing, Blockinius. Have I ever played Cuphead? No. Was it hard? Probably. I was just doing it for funsies, is Miristar. I admit I kind of don't care either. The time commitment alone makes it disinteresting to me. I'm pretty sure I could have done that fight. In fact, I know if my healer was actually better geared, I would have been fine. I don't particularly care about doing it that much, and I don't want to gear up my healer, so I'm good. I've done much harder things in my life. I've never heard that, Darker. I wonder who said that.
This is what Ilaria wanted to protect you from, Arator. The darkness beyond.
Nice vista there.
New doorways have opened to us.
Hang on 1 second. Go away so I can take my screenshot. There we go. Leave. Leave and despawn. Please despawn. There we go. That just feels like a good thumbnail shot right there. There we go. Okay.
The army will come.
Vile beasts. Did you sense it? They all reek of the void.
Remember the mission.
Void elves risk corruption and yet are most suited to understanding the world around them. We need their expertise, but cannot trust them. It irks me, but I've already sent for more scouts. I need more disposable units. We have secured this location. Some Void elves can make this into a proper camp. Must be some weakness we can exploit to stop the storm. We must bring my army here to mete out justice to Salatath's armies. Join me and young Arator. Let's see what we can gather from this place across the horizon.
Careful of the Void's tricks.
Look out!
Hi, Illyria.
Lathraxian? What the hell are you doing here?
Mother, thank the light. I knew you were alive.
It's too dangerous for you here, Erator. The Void devours everything it touches.
We have a mission here, Mother. And I'll stop at nothing to see it through.
I know. That's what terrifies me.
What's with all these trailer lines? I'm gonna give a negative for that. Stop doing the trailer thing.
Mother!
This is no place for pleasantries. We must move, quickly.
There's actually a term for it. It's called the trailer sting. Yeah, they try to end every cutscene like it's this big dramatic trailer bait. I shouldn't say ever. They've actually only done it twice. But twice is enough to irritate me. Quit it. Rex, I'm afraid. Tomorrow I must play. FF14, dun 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 dun. Like, guys, who wants to have ribs for dinner tonight? Dun 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 dun. Whatever.
There's no time for caution.
Illyria's eyes flit back and forth. Watch the skies. There's no safe place here. I sensed a disturbance and feared it was more of Zalatath's forces. Instead, I find you and Erator. Ribs sound delicious, dun 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 dun. Some time ago, I tracked Zalatath and her ethereals to this strange place. I've been hunting for her, but she trails off. You notice a faint glow of purple about her. The void is so powerful here. It's distracting, intoxicating. But you are here. Erator's here. We must be careful. How did you get here? Well, see, I was in a cutscene. This doesn't get points. This is actually a War Within cutscene, but it fits here, so I'm going to play it real quick. Nice transition, by the way. Koresh, if it's not obvious.
Mistress, I have come to offer myself in service. Please.
Oh, you will serve me. I went to a lot of trouble imbuing this bauble with untold power. Now yours shall be added.
As a reminder, that's what we shoved Dementius into. You're welcome, Xalatath.
For 100,000 years, I have planned for this moment. Let the way be opened to my prize.
Now that's okay for a trailer moment. It helps that it was literally a trailer. Who is that? Who is that?
She lurks. We aren't safe here.
Yeah, it was also literally the very last cutscene in War Within. Well, that's you, Talia. You gotta say something, Talia. So that's how she got here. She's been stuck in the Voidstorm ever since. Yay.
Understand, Ilaria, that I lead this mission, but your aid is welcome.
Good, since you will likely die without it. Now listen. Powerful entities called Dominar command the host in Xalatath's name. One monitors the nexus point nearby, but I haven't gotten close.
Then that is our first target. We must weaken the storm and our foes. Move out!
Yeah, Lithraxian is... The problem is, he's kind of... accurate, I think is the word I want to use here. I know that sounds like a strange word to use, but he's a Dreadlord who's a Lightforged. Being kind of a prick is sort of in the job description. Yeah, keep in mind, he's also a Nothrazim Lightforged in a Void Zone.
This area is compromised.
Shut up.
It's vital to our mission that you...
You shouldn't be here, Eretor. The Void is too powerful.
Then we'll fight it together. I'm not leaving you.
Glory to the light.
The rest of the Void Elves have been dispersed to set up camps or scout. I am... conflicted over Illyria's presence. Her skills and experience are unspeakably valuable, and yet the Void in her is strong. I worry. Keep an eye on her. Elazar, keep an eye on her. The Void can never be trusted.
The light protects you.
We may be a small strike team, but we are strong. We have you, after all. Thank you for acknowledging that. There's no need to move with complete stealth. Cut a path to the Dominar. Take down the strongest enemies you find. We will join you. I don't know the purpose of these towers, only that they're called nexus points. They thrum with void power. I must get more information. The Dominar use some kind of void-infused metal on beasts to add them to their armies. They call it shadow grafting. It empowers them, but also influences their minds. She smiles wryly. What power doesn't? I have a plan for it, and with you here I can finally act on it.
We must be cautious. My attempts to infiltrate this place alone have been thwarted.
The time for caution has passed. We will reach their leader and rip the information we need from it.
Yeah, void mind control, by the way. We'll talk more about shadow grafting in a minute here. Anywho, so, if you played WoW right now, would you meet me in the game as a human warrior? Unlikely. Since, you know, I am max level and in the latest expansion, and you would probably not be. You'd probably be back in Dragonflight. For your second question, is Lithraxian a good Dreadlord? He is a Dreadlord who has switched sides. I hesitate to call him good. It is entirely possible he was good at some point in time. I agree with the idea that he wants to be good, and he definitely has been fighting on our side for quite some time. For those who don't remember, Lithraxian actually came up in Legion, all the way back in the day, for part of the Paladin and Priest Order Hall chains. But, I mean, he's still a Dreadlord. And he's still a Lightforged. As a reminder, pretty much the only Lightforged who's legit, I know Braglin's gonna find this funny, is Turellian. And even he is, like, right on the edge there.
These fire monsters are no match for us, champion.
How do you get to become a Dreadlord? Well, first you're born one, because it's a species. So when a mommy Dreadlord and a daddy Dreadlord love each other very much, and get really, really drunk.
Ha! Kill and kill, yet no alarm is raised. They seem used to this chaos.
Great leader, by the way. Let's just charge in and see what happens. Reminder, by the way, that Lorthamar put Lithraxian in charge as a diplomatic ploy. As a way to kind of placate him, given all of the stuff that's been happening lately. And Lithraxian is really leaning into that, isn't he? There actually is no WoW hell to speak of. Yeah, I know there's the Maw, but there's no hell, right? There's no...
Can we even shackle their own kind? Interesting. Some even seem willing.
There's no devil who takes you and shoves you down. It doesn't exist. Probably because they're a more recent model as Spirit Star. Yeah, no heaven either, while we're on the subject.
There, base of the tower. That's the one in charge.
Actually, yeah, it's a good way to put that, Mr. Red.
Right ahead, champion. Let's take it down together.
I knew it, Magister. What's Felforged? Exactly what it sounds like.
All the creatures here seem to be immersed in void, down to the smallest mite. Stay sharp.
So, you might probably have heard me use the term Lightforged earlier. So, it's when an individual is forged with an external power to, shall we say, artificially force them to be adherent to that power. For example, I took you in real life and Lightforged you. I would pump light through your veins until you were completely consumed by it, until you were a being of light. It is very similar to branding in Guild Wars 2, if you're familiar with that. But you can forge with just about anything. In fact, they don't talk about it a lot, but there are elemental forgings. That's what the Ascendants were originally, if you remember. Fell forging is what most of the demons are. There's, even as of this moment in time, it's actually debated if there are any natural demons in this setting, because basically every demonic race we encounter was something else first, right?
You intend to take it prisoner? I would rather incinerate it.
Yep, that's Lithraxian. That's tactical acumen, ladies and gentlemen.
The light will...
What's funny is Lithraxian, despite being the High Commander, to be clear, he was the High Commander back in the Army of the Light, not just here, is a terrible leader and always has been. You know what he is? He's a frontliner. He is an elite Dreadlord, Lightforged, who has decades of experience fighting terrifying enemies. He should be right up front. You know, like it's... He's the Star Destroyer you base your fleet around, you know what I mean? Put him up where he needs to be. Yeah, give him an axe. Just give this guy an axe. Anyways.
You intend to take it...
Shut up.
Rather incinerate it.
There seems to be creatures both bestial and magical. The void is drawn to violence. I've seen countless worlds drown in it. Could the savagery of the beast have brought the void in naturally?
Remember the mission.
The metal on these creatures seems particularly conductive to magical energies. Interesting.
Ansek Shamar.
Despicable stuff. Illyria has explained her plan, but I'm not sure I agree.
Careful of the...
Illyria has a plan to use shadow-grafted material to capture the Dominar for information. What good is information given by evil? I fought countless demons, and every one of them was a liar. Reminder, he's a demon. Let us follow her plan for now. Do what she asks with this metal. Slay the Dominar's pet beast. Once we speak of this vile creature, Mr. Red's power will go out.
The light protects you.
Light and shadow. Two sides of the same coin. With enough of a push, light can become shadow.
And shadow can become light. I see, Mother. We can use their own materials to bind and capture that Dominar.
Or the lights. That should make Lothraxian happy. I like to think Nathrasa is just a giant pile. Whoa, I got dismounted. A giant pile of rubble at this point. Thanks, Illidan.
Rothians. Oh, you'll make exquisite trophies. Take down its pet champion.
So these are Dominar. They're very simple, but I kind of like what they do with them. We'll talk more about them as we go. Come on.
My, what delicious bloodbath. But I'm afraid I must take my leave. No! After it! Nowhere left to run, Voidstorm. Indeed. I can see the position I'm in, and I can see yours. Your elite little cadre needs something I have. Information on Zalatath's machinations. We need nothing from the likes of you.
Stay your hand, Lothraxian. That thing is right.
You would trust such a creature?
Not at all. But I trust that it wants to survive. You will tell us all you know. And I will know if you lie.
Please, fair lady, you may call me Decimus. I am at your service.
Decimus might unironically be a triple positive character.
One wrong move, and I will sear you with the light fiend. Such strength and wisdom. Clearly, it would be foolish to defy you.
God, listen to him. Just listen to him. I'll turn down the music, Bibble Robertson. A little bombastic. Yeah, Decimus... What's amusing is Decimus does periodically lie. It is incredibly obvious when he does. He's actually really bad at it. Most of what he does is tells the truth. Decimus is also something I tend to value in fictional characters. He is intelligent. You notice how he sussed out the situation almost immediately? He also very quickly realized that it would be to his benefit to work with us rather than against us. So he's like, okay.
This area is compromised. It is vital to our mission. Our scouts discovered an ethereal maniforge due south. Not sure what they're up to, though.
So hold on. Let's talk to Illyria first.
I am on the hunt. Tell me of Silver Moon, Arator. How bad was it?
Honestly, if not for the light forces intervening when they did, we would have lost everything.
I see. And your father? Is he well?
I fear the light blinds him, Mother. In his rage, he struck down an innocent.
Who, Arator?
That doesn't matter now. What matters is that if the light can turn someone like him wrathful...
You fear succumbing to it yourself.
I already did, fighting the void. You see these embers I bear? I burned myself in wrath. They remain as a reminder.
Of what?
That there's something wrong with the light. That thought terrifies me more than the void ever could.
If I've learned anything from fighting beside your father, it's that the light is strongest when rooted in love and compassion. Those two things, Arator, just happen to be your greatest strengths. Stay true to yourself.
And wrath cannot overtake me. Your counsel is comforting, Mother.
Well, I have had 1,000 years of practice, kid.
I mean, light has never been good in World of Warcraft.
The army will come.
But I'm with it. I mean, it is called Retribution for a reason, Mr. And that really does answer your question, I think.
Ansek Shamar.
The Rindori scouts report a familiar enemy on this world. Ethereals. Wretched scavengers, then bandits that plague every corner of the great dark beyond. The Shadow Guard are the worst of them. We'll handle them. This thing we've taken prisoner must know what they're doing here. And much else. Press the Void secrets from it. See that it's convinced to share what it knows. Or I'll employ my own methods.
Farewell. Then you will tell us how to break the storm, Voidstorm.
Real quick thing that some of you might not have even noticed, which I just feel like pointing out. They never actually call attention to this, but Notherzim have horns. I love the fact that it's been part of the Lothraxian's design. You could see where he shaved them off. Also, he has skull pauldrons, and chest pieces, just pointing that out.
Oh, and it's you again.
Or melted, yeah, something, you know. Oh my, I haven't experienced such... No, what is it, Mr. I haven't experienced such uncouth behavior from a guest since Well, I shouldn't say. I know when I'm beaten. Let's be civil now. So I can apply force! I can skip the quest, as you can in most of these. Or I can ask for information about the Dominar. Why, we Dominar are simply creatures of evil and darkness, as your Lightforged friend so aptly points out. Certainly there is no more to us than our desire to devour every delicious drop of suffering your mortal heart elicits. It's beyond our wicked hearts to craft sophisticated structures, tend to splendid gardens, or regale each other with tales of distant worlds to which we venture. He leans forward and eyes your weapon with obvious delight. And the fine craftsmanship of their denizens. No. We yearn only to lead Xalatath's devouring host and slay brave heroes in her name. How could we turn down such a scrumptious meal? Oh, that's funny. Okay, so apply force.
Let's have it then.
Okay. I mean, I could torture you, I guess.
Mercy won't get you far out here, but I'll consider it offered in good faith.
So yeah, I accidentally did that on accident last time.
In this world, you will find nexus points. They keep the storm churning. Then we will destroy them, and the Ethereals will provide our ordnance.
I mentioned... A smile grows across Decimus's face. I mentioned that the Dominar are simple. They like trophies, and they like expressions of dominance. That's the name. That's kind of it. I don't mind, though, as weird as this is going to sound, because... How do I put this in words? It's kind of a Planet of Hats situation, but reasonably well executed. Because it informs every aspect of their culture. God damn it. Yeah, no kidding, Talia. In other words, pretty much every interaction we're ever going to have with the Dominar is centered around those two things. They like trophies, they like dominance. Half of them don't actually like killing each other, they just like playing games. Like the whole thing's just a board game.
Ah, the Ethereals. It was not so long ago that Xalatath brought them into the fold. Well, if it isn't my...
Oh yeah. I forgot this was actually in the game. Exactly, Pilgrim. And they do.
Xalatath is supreme. Join us. Or be consumed. My Ethereals will never be found again. Xalatath be damned! Retreat! Run now!
Stay. Let this pointless resistance be done.
Xalatath.
For eons, you and your people have been slaves, fed scraps. But I offer you a freedom beyond imagining.
Empty promises. What do you know of our suffering?
They say that I am the harbinger of the void. That I am the blade of the Black Empire that was. There have been many tales told about me. But I'll tell you the truth no one living has heard. Once, long, long ago, I was mortal, like you.
It's worth noting we don't know if this is true or not. I think it is. But
I lost my world, just like you. I drowned in hatred and vengeance, just like you. But the one thing I've learned over in eternity is that survival is all that matters. What I'm about to do ensures survival for all our kind.
Our kind?
You are one of us. You are void now. You may flee, but only I offer a true path forward. Survival and more is at my side. And you can lead them all. The choice is yours.
So yeah, this is actually the trailer for Midnight. Came out like a year ago.
Xalatath was once mortal?
That's what she told Salhadar. Perhaps it was even the truth.
So, yeah. Knowing how this game is structured and knowing how Xalatath operates, there's probably a lot of truth in what she just said. But even if it is true, there's definitely some pieces she's leaving out there. One of the most common theories people have tendered for years at this point is that Xalatath was the one who led to the destruction of her original world, wherever she's from. The one thing she said there that I think personally is absolutely true, because it lines up with everything else she's ever done, is her motive. What is she actually after? Survival. But she's a creature of void. Void creatures can't just go and find a farm and retire and be like, no, it doesn't work that way. They need something a little bit more long-term. I think she's been after a long-term solution to survival for millennia. And I think that that is what is overall driving her across all the stuff we've ever seen her do. Up to and including when she tried to claim the world of Azeroth from the Black Empire.
We will find Xalatath.
If Xalatath was mortal, then she's all the more monstrous for all she has done, for becoming what she is now. That's funny, given the people who are currently assembled here. Let's see, we've got a demon hunter, a void elf, a Lightforged dreadlord. The Shadow Guard may once have defied Xalatath, but they're part of her army now. Whatever they're doing with the energies gathered here must be stopped. Put down their soldiers, harvesters, and machines. I'll do the same, and I'll meet you deeper.
We'll secure the canisters and disrupt their operations. Stay close, Eritor.
I was about to say the same to you.
Ages ago, in a dismal world of swamp, I led the army of light by a demon-infested mana forge, obscured by vines and fog. My soldiers left that world in a haze of flame and smoke. Scent of burning mana. Victory in the air. We will do now as we did then. Begin by collecting the empty canisters they use to hold and transport fuel. The ethereals, especially their automatons, will have them. But wait!
The light will all earn your keep. Tell us more. But of course, it is the right of the victor to take from the defeated on this world and on every other. You stand upon a land ruled by predation. Here, the strong thrive, and the weak sustain them. The recent arrival of Xalatath was, for a time, an entertaining shakeup. But her vision for your world, for all of our cosmos, is terribly dull. Darkness. Endless, yawning, monotonous darkness. She brought you to heal. How like the endless armies of the Void to suffer from disorder. Too true. I prefer the thrash and struggle, the delights of stark contrast. There is no foe so thrilling as one strong in the light. Belief is our strength. You believe in nothing. We embrace a unity you could never understand. Ooh, so pious. You are a curious creature, aren't you? A Nathrezim all wreathed in gold. Must be quite the story. I became worthy of the light. Such strength of will is beyond you. So aggressive. This world suits you, Lothraxian.
Yeah, by the way, continuing the motif of Blizzard reusing their own story ideas, the Zerg, that is to say, the primal Zerg, are pretty similar to the Dominar, or I guess vice versa. By the way, did you notice how Decimus effortlessly turned Lothraxian's interrogation into a chance to just chat with him? But I don't think Lothraxian even noticed that he did that. Furthermore, I've talked about this before, Decimus tends to be honest, except when he is obviously lying. I bring that up because he wasn't trolling there. I absolutely think everything he just said is 100% true. The arrival of Xalatath is interesting for a while, but her vision for your world, for all cosmos, is terribly dull. I legitimately think this is Decimus's motive for turning against Xalatath. He finds the idea of Xalatath winning awful. Also probably gives us our first real hint on what Xalatath is actually after, by the way. Yeah, actually, Carol White Noise. Decimus doesn't want to win. Winning is boring. Decimus wants to play. There's a reason I used that board game comparison earlier. Anybody who's really into board games knows winning the board game is not the goal of playing board games. Not really. Got a hollow key out of that. Probably is Ministar. No, Triaxian. They're all dead or gone. Also true of Von Falkenstein. And yeah, to go back to Colgrim's earlier comment, Decimus is the kind of person who would deliberately fight at a disadvantage to make the fight more interesting. Decimus is Goku. Oh no! Listen, I'm gonna give you this Senzu bean, okay? Why? So that way you could beat the crap out of my son.
The void devours its own. We have nothing left.
Oh god. And what's awful is, Mirastar, is I know people, I really should use past tense, people who do exactly that. Like, hey, I'm gonna go to the starter zone and gank newbies. Why? And the answer is usually because they have small dicks. Yeah. For those of you not aware, the guards in game, and in the original game, in the alpha, were not actually all that strong, and you could kill them if you put effort into it. That went away very quickly as world PvP started to spread. And yeah, nowadays, guards actually have a formula for their level, instead of a static stat block. The formula is basically, what expansion is this? Okay, we're better than that. To make sure they always keep up. Is that, are we both done? Sure, we all done, I should say. Looks like they're. Yeah, that change was put in pretty early on, and for good reason. It was a little bit of a band-aid, but...
Live up to your legend, Mother.
And you fight well. But don't be in a rush to make your own.
Just turn off PvP. What's funny is they did eventually figure out how to do that, too. That took until, I want to say, Legion, for them to figure out how to divest PvP from PvE.
My arrows strike true.
Being with my son again after so long, I'm glad, but I wish it felt... There's no time. All of us need to stay focused on the mission.
What? She cannot hide from me.
Glory to the light.
Ethereals see corners of the cosmos to drain of potent nether. Arcane void fell. To them it only matters the yield. And we have a rich vein to work with. Slay those who possess that energy. Wild arcane elementals flush from their pipes. We have need of them. Oh, sorry, it was BFA, my bad. It was sometime around there. Judging by the design and strength of this hollow key's energy, it must be used to encrypt important communications. Let us try this lead, see if it's compatible with any of the consoles you find around the refinery. Given the damage it's taken, we'll have to piece together whatever scraps of information we can.
Zalatath doesn't spare her enemies without a reason. Find out what the Ethereals are doing here.
What does it matter? Salvage what we need and then raise this forge to the ground. They can burn with their secret.
Brilliant military tactician Lothraxian, ladies and gentlemen. I'm curious if you noticed any of the jokes other than the cursing, Lord Hermont. No judgment, I'm just curious. That's right, Shadowlands did introduce the vault, didn't it? I forgot about that because it kind of started off pretty bad, if you remember. Like, Shadowlands vault kind of sucked. I know. Something from Shadowlands sucking. Stop the presses. Oh yeah, you want to see something funny? Let this immolate die off. It's actually kind of hard to do. Give me a second. The Shadow Guard Waywatch pointedly looks away from you, humming nervously. He begins to reach for his weapon, then thinks better of it. He shifts nervously and starts humming. And he's just freaking out. You can see it in chat. He's just freaking out the longer we're sitting here. Like, oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! He'll do it even if it's one person. It's basically every second or so, every server too. He freaks out a bit. Oh my god, that's it. Lothraxion is a Roman! He will never use dishonorable tactics. What are dishonorable tactics? Anything other than walking at the enemy and swinging your sword. Anything? Anything! Yeah, just don't pay attention, don't threaten the endless destruction machine that's landed in my airship. It's fine. It's fine, everything's fine.
This is not what I was promised. We toil endlessly while your monsters monitor our every move.
Such ingratitude is unbecoming of you, Salhadar. I have provided you with a rare gift, an opportunity to prove your right to rule.
I kind of wish we had more moments like that in this game, where an enemy's just like, hold on, you're the champion, aren't you? Yeah, okay, so, hey, I work for my boss. Here's the key to his base. He's up on that hill over there. I'm going home.
Do you think I cannot see the trap you have set? The peril that now faces my people should our operation at Midar fail?
Oh, there's no trap to be sprung here. You need merely succeed at your task, and all will be well. For both you and your people.
So, it was mentioned earlier that Salhadar flipped way too easily. I don't disagree, and I do agree it deserves a negative. The problem is they don't do enough with it, right? The thing is, Salhadar, for those of you who don't remember, was already evil. Like, he's not a good person. He's been a villain since BC. He was the guy who was like, I've got an idea. Now that my planet's destroyed, let's become a god! And that was his whole shtick, right? Yeah, he's desperate, sure. He's an idiot, sure. He's villainous, sure. Do something with it. Don't just make him switch again. Like, I saw that. I'm just spoil something for you. In the Void Spire, he's another boss fight. Here he is, right here. Check him out. Hey, what's up? I'm back, B. And this is the second time we fought him as a raid boss. Can we not? Can we do something with him as a character? Yeah, give him a goal, give him an arc. Make him, like, feigning tribute, make him, like, desperate enough for this to worry. Instead, he's just there. I'm not even sure why he's there.
The Shadow Guard risk everything to strengthen the devouring host. Should Windrunner discover what we are doing,
Then it would be in your best interest to eliminate her, wouldn't it? You've let her scurry around for far too long as it is.
Yeah, given what we know, that's just her trying to feed him to Illyria at that point. No, I agree, D20. So here's the reality of it. I'll tell you exactly why Salhadar is here, and I mean this with total sincerity. It's because the developers at Blizzard know that their time is running out. Partially because of just time and age, partially because the AAA video game industry is currently doing the most unprecedentedly imploding bag of trash that it has ever done. And partially because Microslop is currently microslopping all over the place. So, this is actually something I've noticed recently in general, but especially in Midnight. They are rushing. Absolutely running themselves ragged to get story ideas out there and done. And I kind of don't blame them. If this sounds familiar, then you've been paying attention to what Square Enix has been doing over the last couple of years. No, I'm dead serious. Yeah, it's the kitchen sink problem that Baldur's Gate 3 had, exactly. Yeah, this is why we are once again on a ruined world with ethereals, because a lot of these models already existed, and because we need there to be a final zone to be the Xalatath zone. So let's go. Here we go. If we look, so you're probably wondering why I bring up Square Enix. Look at this for just a second, okay? So let's just go with last year, right? Starting last year, we've had... excuse me, let's actually start at the end of 2024. Is that okay? Romancing Saga 2 got a remake. Dragon Quest 3 got a remake. Saga Frontier 2 got a remaster. FF16 came out. Final Fantasy Tactics got a remaster. Hang on. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 got remakes. Octopath Traveler 2, Octopath Traveler 0 came out. FF7R2 came out. Dragon Quest 7 got its own reimagining. So that's another remake or remaster thing. Adventures of Elliot just came out. Star Ocean 2's remaster came out, which everyone says is amazing. Kingdom Hearts 3 is supposed to be coming out. Kingdom Hearts 4 is supposed to be coming out soon. They're apparently working on that right now. They're porting a whole bunch of stuff. See you around, Mr. Ed. They're porting a whole bunch of stuff to the Switch to get things on as many platforms as possible. They're trying to turn a lot of their mobile games into regular games so those can be preserved. Dragon Quest Monsters is being pushed forward, and we've got FF7R3, which is supposed to hit next year. That is a lot of games in the space of about 2 years. Now, you're probably thinking, what? Well, again, they're getting old. The industry is imploding. And if you remember, Square was under the gun for a decent chunk of time there from 3D Investment, who are still trying to buy them out, they're just failing. I don't know about you guys, but if I was working at one of these companies, Blizzard or Square, my attitude would very much be, let's get this done while we can. What's my wish list, right? What's my bucket list? Here's the games I want to work on. And here's what I want to do with them. Oh no, it's a thing! Your thing is off. There's the light. The light. The light. Sorry, what? Sorry. The gaming industry can't die at this point. That's like saying television will die. Or books. We're past that point. The AAA industry has arguably already died, however, past tense. It's not too big to fail. That's a fallacy, quite frankly. It's more like, in order for gaming to die, you'd have to knock over so many independent gaming markets across so many aspects of life. It's just unlikely at this point. You know?
What have you learned?
What have you found?
There's no time for caution.
Well, let's see the final message from Xalatath.
I see through her plots.
Windrunner will not prevent me from turning the Naru to the Void. I will claim the power I was promised. They've taken a Naru prisoner? We cannot allow these monsters to possess a being of pure light.
Quick reminder.
Cannot stand. I'm with you, Lithraxian.
The Naru are not beings of pure light. They certainly want you to think that they are, but they are not.
And Sek Shamar.
What does he say about the Naru? The Naru are born of light, beacons of hope and strength for the weak hearts of mortals. They are gods amongst men, above you and I. How many Naru have we killed at this point? It's not a small number. I know not from where the ethereals or devouring host captured a Naru, stolen from a far-flung world, or perhaps taken prisoner from a millennia-old Draenei splinter faction. Damnable renegades. Notice that he's referring to the Draenei as damnable renegades because he's a dick! But that matters little in comparison to the situation at hand. Excuse me, no, that's not what he said. What he actually says, that heresy matters little in comparison to the situation at hand. We must come to the aid of this Naru before the worst can come. With the Radiance on our side, the Voidstorm's end is an inevitability. In case you missed that, he just pretty much straight up called Adal a heretic. Just pointing that out. Adal, who, if you don't remember, is one of the only cool Naru we have ever met. In fact, I'd say Adal and Uru are the two big ones. Anyways.
Glory to the light.
I refuse to let another Naru fall to darkness. Before our departure, the scouts reported they had found a nexus point connected to this forge. If the Void's forces possess a Naru, it might be where they're keeping it. I'll prepare the monocells as we conduct the search. Come.
Keep your distance from the Naru, Voidspawn. You are unworthy to bask in its radiance. If you're going to degrade me, Lothraxian, you could at least put some effort into it.
Seriously. You bore me, fleshling. I guess lightling?
There, imprisoned within that shield.
The army will come.
Does WoW have a photo mode? Sure, here, check it out.
Careful of the Void's tricks.
Ta-da! Photo mode. Woo! Woo! Here's Talia. Woo! She's terrifying. Woo! Anyways, no, it does not. There are add-ons, though.
The light will always prevail.
A Naru imprisoned. The light shall give these monsters no mercy.
Farewell.
The monocells have been prepared. Set them near the pylon and its supporting machinery. When it's done, I will command Illyria to ignite them from afar. Lothraxian's int? 5. His wisdom? 3. Tell me about Nexus King Saladar. Well, you see, he was in BC, but then he came back for War Within. Oh, I see. Okay, thank you. When that shield goes down, Xalatath's forces will be on us in droves. I'm going to detonate those monocells from afar and lead an opening. Thin the host of their strongest, and the rest of the lackeys will be easier to fight off. We'll make sure the shield goes down in the meantime. Good luck. Honestly, Lothraxian's biggest stat is strength. No joke. Like, no hyperbole. He is a brute. Perhaps Lothraxian will be able to bring your shield down on his own. Or perhaps he's a pompous blowhard. The Devouring Host offers its trusted soldier fragments a relic that can override any ethereal device, including that shield. You'll need to carve quite a swath through their forces to recover enough shards, but what do I know? I am merely an unworthy void spawn.
Arator, keep an eye on your mother and her smug hound. I don't want it out of the light's presence.
Direct your zeal at our foes, Lothraxian. And remember that I'm not one of them.
I mean, it makes sense. Lithraxian was forged and kind of has to constantly deal with that. And so there's not much... He can't operate like a normal Nothrasian does. In fact, I have never seen him shapeshift. In fact, I'm pretty sure he can't anymore. Or if he can, he just doesn't. So... He punches things. He goes... Pum.
Or maybe he just doesn't know he can.
That's possible. Remember what we discussed. Translation, you're about to die.
You especially were.
And yeah, Nothrasian are actually pretty stupid, as we've discussed many times. They are very... they lean on their natural advantages to the point where they don't have really good infiltration powers. If you could naturally shapeshift, right, you'd think you wouldn't be very good at deceiving people. Because you don't have to be. You could just turn into another person and be like, aha! Now, Mr. Red Taz, who would I put in charge of this mission to make it go more smoothly? When I say literally anyone else, I'm barely joking. Nope, remember? I'm sorry.
But no, but
Yep.
without...
Out.
Cornelia's not with me yet.
So Push-Up asks you a question. He says, what should I do to help my back? It's a good idea. So, you missed that, but she just said I should transform into a tree. Who's not looting? Oh, it's Kira White Noise. Kira White Noise, loot! I have both read and seen The Expanse, Lieutenant Leroy. I am the only person on the planet Earth who isn't super into it. It's good, don't mistake me, but I know some people who herald it as like the greatest show ever made ever, and I am not one of those people. Well, I haven't played the game. It's on the list, I'm pretty sure.
God's world, baby.
My two favorite characters are, I don't remember their names, of course, because I'm an idiot, but the sociopath...
No.
Oh, where are you? I was going to get you. Where are you? There you are. Hey. The sociopath and the politician. Yeah, Amos, and I don't remember her name.
What's up?
We done? Oh, thank you. You're so helpful.
What do the trees here even look like?
I don't think there are trees out here. This is a barren wasteland. Do you see it?
I guess so. What?
A mortal, your soul shall renew my creation. Relief. At last.
A pity Ilaria has to die. Her Dark Naru would make a far more effective weapon than this one. If only your Shadow Guard had captured it before she claimed its power all those years ago.
Enough of your failed threats, Zalatath! You will have your Naru, and I will have what I am owed.
I mean, I agree with that completely, push-ups.
I want to do the fairy.
This is taking too long. Stand aside, I'll smash the damn thing.
No, Lothraxion.
Damn it.
Champion, we need your eyes.
Look, it's really hard to concentrate when I've got two adorable nieces right over there. Well, I have to constantly mute. Damn it, Salvador. Stop throwing your mace at me. It's not working anyways.
Just the Azerothian.
Decimus glances aside at you. A mortal receptive to outside ideas. Truly exemplary. No need to thank me. Though perhaps you'd want to free me of this bondage? I'm feeling a bit chaffed by the light right about now. No. Oh well.
Be careful not to have too much fun.
This is taking too long. Every wasted moment brings us closer to ruin.
Remember the mission.
I hope Zalatath was watching. It'll be her turn soon.
Dust beckons.
We're dawdling.
Shield down now!
There's no time. Get that shield down. Tira's anguish tears at my soul.
Complete your task and return to the Voidspire, Saladar. You shall have the power you were promised. So long as you remain gracious in accepting it, of course.
The Naru has fallen. All this power pledged to Zalatath. Even now, in my moment of victory, I must bow and scrape before her.
Yeah, you lost, remember?
How I wish I could watch you all die. Terra, destroy them!
The brightest light casts the longest shadow.
I will not allow this!
By the way, I love the fact that Decimus is just standing there while the rest of them are helping us fight. There's just something perfect about that.
No! You must!
It's her or us! We have to fight!
Be unmade.
The void! It's too much!
Eritor! No!
He will see the monster you are, and you will drag him into the darkness.
I never wanted you to see this.
Notice Decimus is interested.
We failed.
We're fine. We're just standing there soaking in it as Voidstorm.
Lost to us!
Mother, the toll you've taken. We should fall back and recover.
I am on the hunt.
So yeah, that, all of that was basically for nothing. Lethraxian's big plan did not work. Try to be shocked.
I do not miss.
I know. Who would have known? We were too late. All the strength between us wasn't enough. He looks over his shoulder, wary, and then crouches and places a hand on Illyria's shoulder. She responds only with a ragged exhale. Let's fall back. The Rendora have been exploring the wilds while we've been following Lethraxian. We might be able to find their encampment nearby.
I had no idea Lady Windrunner held a dark Naru of her own. This is more than mere entertainment. Ignore it, Arator. See to Illyria. Salvaging this mission now falls to me.
After he failed the mission. Anyways, real quick. Decimus just went to yellow from orange. Did you catch that? That is a lovely little touch. I love. Yeah, meanwhile, Lethraxian doesn't admit any fault for any of this. I mean, why would he? Obviously, he's not to blame for any of this. So, hey, the town's here now. I'm going to pause really quick. Yeah, no, the problem here, I think, this might be me reading too much into it, but I think Lithraxian is, how do I put this? Not fully sentient is the word. It's the phrasing I want to use. I know that sounds weird. He can obviously speak and talk and think, but similar to most creatures that are forged, again, we talked about that, you can tell that something is just kind of interfering with his ability to operate, right? Like, he just can't. Yeah, exactly. In order to make him not fell, in order to light forge someone who was already fell forged, like, remember, he's been, that has to be remembered. He has been forged twice. I'm pretty sure whatever's left there is literally not the same person he was before. And yeah, exactly, Lord Hammer. I actually have a term for that. I call it Titan think. When they just kind of can't think past a certain point. They don't really have the ability to. And that really very much feels like what Lithraxian is. We didn't really see this in Legion because he wasn't much of a character in Legion, to be quite honest. But also because we didn't really have time in Legion. The Legion was invading. That's where it gets its name. I don't know if you knew that. So...
Come back anytime.
Meanwhile, here, we're dealing with something a little bit more nuanced and a little bit more fleshed out, and it's like, well, shoot. Yeah, meanwhile, Torellian definitely defaults to the light, but has, like, a personhood underneath that still, clearly. We've actually seen several signs of that just in this expansion. By the way, Void Cat! Void Cat! Void Cat! Why Shadow Priest can go against Zalatath when both are in the past, each author flame poison the void? That makes no sense to me, Zara, your question. That's like saying, if I have a gun and you have a gun, I can't shoot you because we both draw the power of the gun. There's no connecting point there, right? It's not like you automatically get to win because you happen to be using the same energy source that I am. How many times have you seen shamans fight each other in this setting? Or mages? Or druids? Now, that is an interesting question, Lord Aramok. I'm not sure what would happen. If you gave Lithraxian Azurite. Interesting things, to be sure. Here, have this dust. Why? Because the light demands it. Okay. Nom, nom, nom. Anyways, for what it's worth, I like our first arc out here. I like the introduction of Decimus. I like how it sets up Lithraxian as completely in the wrong in all ways, shapes, and forms. And I like how that's like a really nice outfit. What the hell? I also like how Decimus is presented and established. Like, if you've noticed, almost this entire first arc is primarily about those two characters, Decimus and Lithraxian, which makes sense given what they're going for. In fact, I'm actually curious.
Ansek Shamar.
He's just staring. Okay. Attack him, Earth Elemental! No, attack me! No, attack him! Yeah, to my knowledge, no one's in charge of the Void. In fact, the Void is kind of antithetical to someone being in charge of it. That's actually one of the reasons why Dementius was kind of an outlier. Anyways.
Light preserve you, friend.
You shouldn't worry about me, but Terra's pain. I felt it deep. I'm sure you did too. I knew there were costs to pay in treading this path, but I hadn't felt them like this until now. That's true, actually, Mook. Sargeras, a being of pure order, established an organization to fell. As I've said many times, the Legion was not the demons, it was Sargeras.
What can I do? Be alert for opportunities to help.
We all bear a heavy burden in this place. I feel myself slipping towards hopelessness. We haven't failed until we refuse to stand back up. I know my mother will collect herself, but the others need to know the fight isn't over. Speak with Heron. He and the others have information. We'll start there.
Harator, you must ensure that no harm comes to Decimus. They have the answers we need. Trust me.
I do. I will.
This is probably a good time to mention, by the way. That you'll notice how Lothraxion has spent the last about an hour just being a terrible leader. And in literal seconds, while Lothraxion is off pouting, Eretor's like, alright, and just kind of naturally takes charge.
What?
The dark Naru within you, Mother. I never understood just how exhausting it must be to maintain control over it. Or how lonely it's been for you, protecting us from it.
For you, my son, I could endure anything. I know at times I've been somewhat cold.
Stop. Don't apologize for...
I need you to hear me, Eretor. Understand, it's not the Naru within me that creates the distance between us.
It's the fight. I know, but you need to understand. You can't protect me from what's out there. And you can't scare me away either. My fight is by your side. What comes, Mother, we will face together.
I know the voice acting is just, good lord.
What news? Stay with us, Ashtray. Feel my hand in yours. I'm sorry, but I need a little longer with them. Check with Mela. Her report is more thorough than mine anyway.
Nice little touch. Astray is at half health because suffering from both wounds and void whispers. Nice debuff there.
You're right. I should sit with the others.
Yeah, for the love of God, do not go and find a quiet corner to sit in this place. Sit in the group. We've got a fire going. Come here and sit in the group. Jesus Christ.
Who's there? Stay away!
It's okay, it's me. Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes.
Dust yourself off, Rendorai. You have not succumbed yet.
Right, yes.
Baladash, Malanor.
Nice outfit, by the way. I believe that's the cloth questing gear.
Question everything.
Whoops. Nope, we're good. Yep, sit death raised to stun.
I didn't seek this life. Here, Chiron is too modest. You can tell him I said that. The whispers grow ever more enticing, but we stand strong. Our mission demands it.
So here's the notes, the scouting notes. The rules of nature reign supreme on this world. Every species we've stumbled upon seems designed to fight and kill. Those that aren't purely carnivores feast on flows of void energy. Perhaps we Wendari aren't so unlike them. There's no homeworld of void from what we can tell. It seems instead a planet like any other that exists at a nexus of void energies throughout the cosmos. I am reminded of Outland. I advise similar survival tactics used by our kin who called themselves the Sun Fury before they embraced the void. We might ask Leona Darkstrider what she learned from Adara's Duskblade. There's a deep cut. It's from BC. Exploring the wastes remains a high priority. Natural resources born of this world are sure to be potent in our fight against Xalatath. Yeah, ex-Sun Fury, that's a thing. God damn it, Diligent Totem. Why do you do this to me? Why? No. No, this is a planet. We are in a planet. It's just someone has been drawing so much void here from so many different sources. That does a number on a place. Oh, Jesus. I gotta bow now. Hang on. Thank you very, very much, Diligent Totem. I do appreciate you very much. Oh. I need to keep moving. That's part of the reason I'm bothering. I also need to be using both sides of my back equally so I don't favor too much. It's just going to make it worse. It hurts like hell, but what else is new? Okay. And that's going towards Fire Emblem 4. The horses are multiplying. Bahamut Lagoon. The dragons are multiplying. And Trails of Crossbell. Police Academy? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure what's going on with my back. It has been pretty bad for about a week now. And the fact that it's been that bad that long means it might be a rib, but it might not. I'm still not sure.
Glory to the light. How could this have gone so wrong? We're no closer to bringing the forces of light to bear on this world. You must feel it too, champion. Awaiting betrayal. I know what must be done.
Yep, so... he's defaulting. That's really all there is to it. He is defaulting.
These whispers suffocate my senses.
Well, you see, the orcs were there, the elves were there. But then they were tortured brutally. I don't know. I'm not a big Lord of the Rings person. I don't actually know the answer to that. I'm pretty sure the orcs used to be elves. That's all I know. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Ow. Okay. That's all I know.
You and Lady Windrunner are simply wonderful. I have not encountered such capable mortals in my many travels. I am eager to see what violence you may next wreak.
It's in the Cimmerillion, very much. Come, let us go do what must be done.
Your father. When he... Wait. Did you hear that?
Decimus is an intelligent Dominar. One of the only ones we meet.
It's good you are here. Light preserve you, friend.
You've been subverting us all along. The eradicated Decimus!
So... oh, God, Lord, we have to stop them. Lothraxian's boiling temper risks everything. He chooses now of all times when Mother's out of commission. There's no time, we have to go.
Eritor! Stop them!
We have to move!
You are a paladin, Eritor! You must see this Decimus for the monster it is!
Champion, empower me with the light, and I'll try to restrain them.
Notice Decimus is just avoiding Lothraxian. He is more or less literally trolling him.
Shadows in fear of deceit. Quite a unique variety of Nathrazim you are, Lothrax.
The light. It burns with Lothraxians.
I was reforged in the light. You are blind to the truth.
I'm just gonna watch, because otherwise we'll skip through the dialogue too quickly. As we already have. Is Lothraxion a thug? No. By my own definitions of the word, no. Lothraxion is, in many ways, a victim. But at the end of the day, there's just not much to him, and that's almost the problem. Like, in-universe, right? Wow, that literally hurts. That's actually funny.
Cease! By the light's mercy, I command you both to yield. We have no shortage of enemies.
And we need not create them where we might find allies. Decimus is more than they seem.
So this is a good cutscene.
Gave myself away, did I?
You seek power, Decimus. Xalatath will not give you what you want, but her defeat might. Join us.
Truly fascinating. You continue to defy expectations. This beast is off its leash!
We aren't safe here.
Oh, I was hoping for the... Despite that spirited display, I'm inclined to help you. After all, what's a little violence between friends? And since we're friends, I'll let you in on a secret. Shutting down the storm is only possible from inside the Nexus points. Of course, you can't just walk in. You need the mantle of predation. He seems to savor the words. Do I have your attention? Let's shake the dust off and discuss this somewhere civilized. Meet me at my estate.
And if you come and follow this creature to its foul den? If you prefer to keep throwing Naru at Nexus points, don't let me stop you.
By the way, I'm going to come help you in a minute, Mr. Road.
The army will come.
Senseless Blood Elf, have you lost your mind? That thing's a monster! And you helped it evade the Light's justice! You and I will have words when this mission is at its end. Yes, we will.
Naru, dead! Now we're to trust this monstrosity!
No, but we need them. They've had every opportunity to betray us.
And they will! Have you learned nothing from Karesh? What did your mentor's trust in the Void bring him?
Careful! The Void never offers fair choices. Locust Walker understood that better than anyone. After his demise, I asked myself again and again what I could have done to prevent it. But then I came to realize what Locust Walker knew from the start. It didn't matter that Xalatath was always going to turn on us. If the only way to stop one monster is to work with another, what choice is there?
We fought together for 1,000 years!
30.
Trust me!
I do, Lothraxion. When Decimus does betray us, I trust you to put them down.
What I find funniest is that's probably the biggest thing that would convince Lothraxion to chill. Don't worry, boy. If you're good, you can kill the evil void creature later. Don't you want to kill the evil void creature later? Who's your good boy? Come on, who's your good boy? Okay, I'm being a little bit of a dick, but for real, that's probably the first thing Lothraxion's been like, hell yeah, brother! So Zara asked, if someone shows up and is a terrible human being, would they get immediately banned? Believe it or not, no. There are a few things that will lead you to an instantaneous ban from me, and I have absolutely no hesitation of bringing out the hammer if need be. But generally speaking, if you're going to be a dick about things, I give you at least a few chances to try and not be a dick about things.
If you fail, then yeah, you're banned and I move on. I never think about you again. Yeah, I'm actually extraordinarily lenient. Possibly too lenient when it comes to my show. You gotta work at it. Now, if you're committed, by all means, boop. Yeah, no, if someone walks in and just starts flinging the N-word all over the place, then yeah, I'm just going to ban them. Although, in fairness, that's mostly because they're probably a bot. I am pretty anti-bot. See, that's the thing, Ross. If you're in favor of torture and murder, then yeah, I'm going to ban you. I don't really feel like that's a really hard line to pick. That's got to be the softest line I've ever stood on. That's like some frickin' vanilla soft serve right there. While he does that, I am missing an ability. When did I lose that? Oh well. Yeah, rule 0. Don't be an actual human monster. What the crap? I feel like I shouldn't have to say that. Ah, it does. I would love some ice cream right about now. Not because I'm feeling particularly good, but because I'm feeling particularly bad. Alright, now Mr. Red's over here. And this next step is going to be layered, so I'm not sure we can help him. So instead, we're just going to kill some things. No. I don't mind, Mr. Red. Creamsicles, I'm very picky on. Oh, it's getting harder to just sit up. I was Kinect's cow, and then I made an extremely dumb decision. What I did was I got ice cream after we finished FF11. And then the next day, I got ice cream. And then the next day, I got ice cream. This is not actually a joke. I got ice cream 3 days in a row. I really shouldn't have. It was very expensive. But I kind of don't care. FF11... I hope Blade 12's not listening. He isn't. It's WoW. He doesn't care about WoW. FF11 freaking broke me. That was such a difficult game to stream. I've literally never streamed a game that was as difficult. I don't have a better word. I've never streamed a game that was as difficult to stream as FF11. Not once in my life. My entire professional career. I've streamed worse games. I've streamed harder games. I've streamed better games. FF11 was just painful. It was just the right combination of good, bad, and in between. Yeah. Oh, I'm with you, Asmiristar. If anything, I'm shocked at how many viewers I did have for FF11. Really. Like, I actually had pretty good viewing figures for a freaking Silver Era MMO. Yeah. Most difficult to stream. Oh my god. The worst part, the thing that will always bug me in the back of my mind, we didn't even do all of it. We didn't do all the MSQ. We skipped 2 entire story arcs. Oh. Yes, really. In the longest expansion, too, by far. Wings was just... oh. So why do negative bots exist? I did still review them. I put my due diligence in off-camera, read your write-ups, watched a full playthrough of both games on quadruple speed, or both quest arcs on quadruple speed. I actually even added the time to accommodate that, to acknowledge that, but it was still estimated, obviously, because, I mean, the quests themselves or whatever. Yeah, it looks like we can't help you for this step, Mr. Red. I think that means the next time you pop in, you should be popping in a town, I think. So I'll head over here. No, see, here's the thing, Tyr. Can I share something weird? Just while we're sitting here talking, can I just take a moment? I think most Final Fantasy games are not JRPGs. Now, I've said this several times, and the more that time goes on, the more I think analytically, the more I think it's true. There's just a bit of a different structure, approach, vibe, and tone to what a JRPG is. The problem is, it's always hard for me to come up with examples of what a JRPG actually is, because most of them are not full franchises, right? But a lot of other more JRPGs tend to be way more JRPG. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, yeah, no, Xenosaga is much more, actually Xenogears is a better example, is much more JRPG than Final Fantasy. The Tales of series is way more JRPG than a Final Fantasy. Why do I bring this up? Because, yeah, it is more anime. That's a good point. That's a good way to put it. But, yeah, Persona is way more JRPG than Final Fantasy. I am, Dakota. You are absolutely correct. Because part of the thing is, you'll notice the FF series started this with 10. Now, don't destroy me. Don't jump down on me. I do like FF10, but it is very noticeably and clearly a different shift in tone and approach to all the FFs before it. And that's ignoring the unskippable cutscenes problem. Now, FF12 is kind of an outlier, because it's part of the Evilise thing. It's its own thing over there. But then look at what's after 10 for a moment. We have 13, 13.2 and 13.3, and then 15. All of those are... Oh, and 10.2. I should forgot about 10.2. All of those are way more leaning towards your typical JRPG approach. And much, much more anime. And yeah, and speaking of which, and this is why I brought this up, Final Fantasy XI. I wish I could help you, Mr. Red. Maybe I can... Let me think. Maybe this will do it. Ah, damn it. He's in combat, so I can't do it. 16's a little different. 16 still has some anime-iness to it, but it was clearly inspired by other things. And that's fine, obviously. I liked 16 for what it was, even when it was pissing me off. But you get my point, though? So getting back to 11 for a second. 11 was too damned long. And frankly, starting with 10, the FFs started having a too damned long problem. Right? Even FF9, which is a bit of a chonker, is almost entirely dense, right? There's no padding there. In fact, the only part that's padding is the part where they removed content to brush it out the door. There should have been more to flesh that section out later. Okay, we're out of combat. Let me see if this works. Please work, please work. Please work, please, 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 please. Please, I'll be your best friend. Ah! Oh, okay, that didn't work. Damn it. Alright, let me make you lead, see if that works. Yeah, 16 does feel more like a Western game in general than a JRPG. But you get my point, right? No, I agree, FF12 is kind of its own animal. Its own thing. I can't... What? Oh, here, let me try this. Okay, now I'm trying to sync with Mr. Red. Sync with Mr. Red. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, I see Salhadar. That's a good sign. This is in the past for me, but I still don't see Mr. Red. No. This whole feature is supposed to work like this. This is the intent and purpose of this feature. Yes, it was off the deep end, very deliberately too. Oh, I'm at the... Oh, okay, hang on, hang on. Hold up, Mr. Red. Help's on the way, maybe. So this feature's a little janky, as you could tell.
Complete your task and return to the Voidspire, Salhadar. You shall have the power.
Hey, there we go. We got your back, Mr. Red. It's still a good feature. Because as you can see now, we were able to resync with where Mr. Red is in the story and do the instance with it. Instead of being layered. Woo!
In my moment of victory, I must bow straight before her. How I wish I could watch you all die. Terra, destroy them!
That's okay, it's because I'm behind you now. That won't take me long to catch up. I'm a demon hunter.
I will not allow this!
Oh, that would be weird.
You must!
Okay, and caught up.
It's her or us. We have to fight.
Be unmade.
With you in a minute.
The void. It's too much.
No. Heal yourself, Mr. Red. You are the best of us. All our lives are sacrificed to make your life sustained. No, this is kind of crazy, Mook. I understand enough about netcode and code in general to know this is kind of nuts. There we go. Okay. Hey, look! Deja vu. It's that cutscene we just watched.
Naru, lost to us!
Mother.
Okay.
The toll you've taken.
Now I'm gonna desync.
Can recover.
Oh god, how do I desync? Oh no, I don't know how to desync. No! How do I desync? I think actually you have to do it, Mr. Red. Desync me. Yeah, this is like mostly cutscenes now. Mr. Red should be able to just blitz through these. What was I gonna say? Expedition 33, right. Expedition 33 is a weird one to me because in some respects it felt very JRPG. Bizarre, whimsical things happening. And, not really explaining itself and being kind of weird and anime-y. But otherwise, yeah, I know, it was kind of its own deal. In a good way, obviously. Uh-oh. Where's Cure White Noise? Oh no! Cure White Noise, no! Ah! I can't res. I'm getting there, Sean. Thank you for asking. Alright, well, you know what? While Mr. Red's doing this, I'm gonna go do something really quick. I'm gonna kill this thing. I'm gonna give in to the void. I mean, it annoyed me enough that I removed the first 4 VODs from, like, visibility as Mirror Star. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not overly proud of me losing my temper. Like, twice. What the? They're all bailing. I don't think I've seen this. Look, they're all bailing to Orgrimmar. Oh my god. Why does that person get to go through? That's the champion. Whoa. Never mind. What's going on over here? Nothing new over here. What's going on at the Sunwell right now? Hang on. It was helpful, legitimately, Ross. No, I have pretty thick skin at this point in my life because I've been streaming for over 10 years. But when something pierces that skin, I just lose it. And I'll admit that. I'm not proud of that. How we doing in here? How we doing? Are we doing okay? Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. I just had to load again. Okay, no change here. No change here. Everyone's just... Keep it on, keep it on. Well, yeah, me too, as Master. Hang on. Let me pull up Discord real quick. Where's Mr. Red? Where's the red? I don't see anything there. I mean, you remember how you were complaining about Orgrimmar was... Oh, there we go. Oh, yes. No, I have seen that, yes. And yeah, I agree completely. You remember how several people were complaining that Orgrimmar is a fortress, not a city? I don't disagree. It is very Garrosh. But it's also a fortress. What I'm trying to say is, maybe it's nice to have a fortress every now and again for when you need... Every now and again, you need a Helm's Deep, right? Now, maybe that shouldn't be the capital city, but I'm just saying, that's kind of a cool idea. And yeah, Stormwind's kind of there, too. Anyway, so let me go do this while Mr. Red's catching up. I swear I'm doing something on purpose here, something specific. Ironforge is crazy defended. Unless you can do anything about the mountain. Then it's a tomb. That is funny, though. Ironforge was kind of the de facto capital of the Alliance for a long time. God, that ending. Those endings, I should say. But really, the one ending was just... Oof. That got to me. Oh, my God. Yeah, we're on Friend or Fiend, by the way, Mr. Red. I mean, Ironforge is much more traditionally Helm's Deep-y. There's no real other way out of Ironforge. So if someone's able to control that hole, I sure hope you've got some stocks, right? Good luck besieging it. That is to say, good luck assaulting it. Well, that's true. They do have... I actually forgot about the Deep Tram. I actually forgot it even existed. That's so funny. I mean, Undercity was never intended to be a fortress city, so that makes a degree of sense. Because, yeah, even Thunder Bluff is kind of unintentionally well defended. There it is. I now have the ability to res someone. For those of you not aware, there's an item you can get right here. It's a use item. It's not even a toy or anything. And it's a res. It's a 30-minute cooldown resurrection that anyone of any class can get. I highly recommend getting it on anyone who doesn't have a res. It is frankly invaluable how many times I have used this thing on my warrior and demon hunter, for that matter. So, yeah. Anyways, let's go to the Argentine. Yeah, you could tell I knew exactly where I was going because I've gotten that on basically every character I have that doesn't have an innate res. Yeah, Warlords had some really cool stuff. I was lamenting it the other day because Warlords isn't bad so much as unfinished. So much good potential. I was actually thinking about the resurrection thing. Because on the one hand, I'm in favor of every class being able to res, and on the other hand, I'm also in favor of classes being distinct and unique from each other. I think we can actually have our cake and eat it too here, because I think what I would do is change up the reses in general. Hear me out for a second. So, healers get the AoE res. I'm cool with that. That's a great feature. The AoE res is kind of like objectively superior to the regular res. Hey, Atalhakar. I would give specific classes specific formats of combat reses. Right? The ability to res someone in combat. Right now we have several, quite a few actually. It's like Paladin, Warlock, technically Shaman, Druid, and Death Knight, I think, is the full list. I might be missing one. But I would, like, rejigger that a little bit, and I would make it so that each combat res is a little bit different from the others. It's not all just get back up. Oh, Warlock. I forgot Warlock. But, like, there's some mechanic associated with it, or some detriment, or some cost, or something, right? Vary up the combat reses. Then, give everyone a res. The ability to just res out of combat. The ability to recover. Oh, right. I should actually go to where the quest is, which is, like, right over here. So, yeah, Decimus has a city. In fact, it's the capital city of the zone.
The rest of our party arrives. Were there time, I'd have you for dinner. Oh, what pleasure will you bring me today?
Guests are a rare treat for a domino. Especially ones that come of their own accord.
Well,
it seems we all wish to put a stop to the Voidstorm. Common ground. A rare thing here. I'll even tell you how to do it. All I ask in return is you let me enjoy the show, but you must be tired. Show yourself around, help yourself to the amenities, and we continue our discussion. Don't take too long. There's much to see, and the storm rages on.
Make yourself at home. Then we can discuss weakening the storm.
Keep your weapons close. Trust nothing the Void offers.
But the donuts! Lithraxian, the donuts! Here, White Nose, I'm concerned about your, never mind. Just... Would I eat Void donuts? Oh, man, that's tempting. Because on the one hand, yes! But on the other hand, no.
I greet you.
Oh yeah, here's the Void research, which I'm actually done with. Although I don't know if that's per account or per character. So, sorry, you asked earlier if you can fly into those, Lord. Would you like to know what happens if you try to fly into those? You are targeted by hungering presence. Returned lower to the ground. I'm sure that's just nothing. I'm just gonna fly over here. Hey, what's this behind me?
The Void's hunger must not claim any more of our...
Oh, hey, look. There's the final boss of the raid. Seriously, it's this platform right here. You gonna catch me there, dude? Did they slow him down? There we go. So this is gonna take a minute. Oh, no, we might actually hit the wall on the way down. There we go. I'm just gonna res here. Nom, 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 nom. That also happens if you try to leave the zone, by the way. Go out into the wastes.
I thought you and Lithraxian were friends.
We were. We are. He's not wrong to distrust the Void. I only wish he would trust me.
So here's a Hospitus. It's the innkeeper. He's just a happy little blueberry. Rest, fleshling. Find succor. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I should show off the beds really quick. So there's the beds out there. I'm trying to picture just getting into them. Like, yeah. Like, you'd have to, like, climb in from the side and then climb up, and... I mean, it's metal and stone slabs. With pillows and blankets. I'm just picturing... Hang on. Hang on. It's okay, there's some foliage here to make it look more homey. See? Look. Look, there's plants in the Voidstorm. See? See? 3 of them. How would I bring Lithraxian back from what he is? I am not muted. I even double-checked. I was going to freak out if I was. I've been talking for a hot minute now. But yeah, for those of you not aware, in video game concepts, you have to limit the player on where they can go. That's a mandatory. You cannot let the player explore infinitely, because infinite does not exist. Don't bring Factorio or Minecraft into this. So there's 4 general ways you can deal with that. The 4th is the Factorio and Minecraft thing, where you just kind of keep generating stuff effectively forever, right? Let's ignore that for a second. The first and most common method is to have there be a nice big invisible wall. Conk! Conk! And there's just an invisible wall. You just can't go this way, because that's not explorable terrain. Invisible walls are probably arguably the worst possible method of doing this, and as a consequence, the most common by far, because invisible walls are the easiest to implement. You just set the collision box there and move on. You're done. Easy. Done. Boom. Move on. The second method is to design the terrain in a way that makes it so that you can't progress to a certain area. So in other words, instead of this staircase here, imagine if I walked up and there was just this giant, like, wall that was blocking my progression, making it so that without glitching or bugging out the game, I would not be capable of progressing this way. A lot of Nintendo games do that approach, for example. There's no real feasible way to go this way. The third and final method is admittedly amusing, and that would be the "there's something there that will kill you" method. It's what we just showed off seconds ago, or minutes ago, I guess, at this point. And as several people pointed out in chat, it's also what Subnautica does. Go out too far, and the ghost Leviathans hunt you. Oh, yeah, you heard me. Plural.
This beast looks hungry.
Can I help you? Here. Have some food.
It seems even the skies here are full of teeth.
Maintain control.
I don't remember what Skyrim did. Yeah, Gothic had the energy barrier start to take effect. I don't remember Skyrim's. Now that I'm saying that, I don't...
The most stable place for a portal, but Decimus's beast is in the way.
I don't actually remember what Oblivion and Morrowind did either. No, you're good, Mr. Ed. It's not your fault. Of course I'm going to stop and help. Jesus Christ, man. What do you think of me? What do you make of me? Gothic did get a remake, which I've never played.
Honed here. Perhaps the work of Decimus.
What's with the birds? Okay. I didn't see anything. You saw something. Luthor's only poked his head in a couple of times. I'm pretty sure he likes midnight.
Come, friend. I have so much to show you. Just
comfortable.
I've been looking for.
So nice to see someone who appreciates my hospitality. Now, I suppose we must discuss business before your glowing friend has another tantrum.
Oh, what pleasure. Me today.
Yeah. Yeah, by the way, last amusing little thing about the Dominar, they're hedonists. What they derive enjoyment from is their own specific things, but they are hedonists through and through. Your friend's scheme to blow up the Nexus Point was adorable. You all looked so determined. I didn't have the heart to tell you how simple the solution really is. The Mantle of Predation will allow you to enter the Nexus Points and weaken the storm. Alas, it's claiming the mantle that will truly test you. Borrow my pet to see through his eyes. I'll show you who you will steal the mantle from.
Borrow my pet's sight. I'll tell you how to weaken the storm.
We need you in... Why are you so eager to help us?
I am a creature of passion. A creature without purpose, like every fiend from the Void. Watching your struggles blazing bright against an uncaring cosmos. Oh, it's delicious. Xalatath would devour your world. All worlds. Even the stars. She would leave nothing but an empty abyss. Can you imagine anything more dull? Loyalty is so contrary to the Void that you betray your master out of boredom? I need no master. We should all obey our own appetites. Some of us serve greater purposes than hunger, beast. The cosmos is a feast, Lightling. Why not enjoy it?
Also, can I just say, really quick, I love this. So, Decimus explains, again, why it is he's more in favor of us than he is on Xalatath. Naturally, Lithraxian, who's being Lithraxian here, decides to use that as an opportunity to insult him. I love his line, "Loyalty is so contrary to the Void, you'd betray your own master out of boredom." What is wrong with you? Do you want him on Xalatath's side? Is that what you're after, Lithraxian? To which the answer is, yes. He does. Because that way he can just punch him and get it over with. No brain, head empty. Okay. Vehicle sections. Woo! Alright, what do we got? Sprint, Scry, Vanish, Heal. Blorp. Blorp. Blorp.
The key to weakening the storm is an artifact known as the Mantle of Predation. With it, you may enter a nexus point and simply shut it down. Doing so will nullify the others in a cascade.
Oh, hi, Huthor. You were being asked after earlier. Blorp. Blorp. Blorp.
Why merely shut down the Nexus points? We should raise them from within.
And cause an energy surge that would obliterate precious Silvermoon? Shut them down safely. Spare your poor city. Lord Terminus. He keeps the mantle at the Obscurian Citadel. How fortunate that he's busy here, leaving his vault unguarded.
Hello, little morsel. How did you drift so close?
There you have it. Simply steal the mantle from Terminus. I'd recommend acting quickly. Who knows when Terminus will return to Obscurian Citadel. A shame about Siphus. I was planning to devour him myself once I'd fattened him up.
Steal the Mantle of Predation. Enter a Nexus point and weaken the storm. Oh, Terminus will be humiliated.
I legitimately don't think Lithraxian would feel bad if Silvermoon was destroyed, if it was done in the cause of doing some big damage to the Void. Like, if he could blow up the entire Voidstorm by detonating Silvermoon, he would do it without a second thought. I don't trust Decimus any more than the rest of the beasts here. I do trust they only serve themselves. Seems having Xalatath as a master isn't to their taste. We can turn one foe against the other, even Lothraxian would agree if he wasn't being so stubborn. If this mantle of predation will let us stop the storm, then it's our best shot. A troop of Rendora have been scouting Obscurian Citadel. We'll meet with them and see what they've learned.
Make haste. We should have the mantle before Terminus returns to his citadel.
Yeah, actually, Mook. In fact, it's entirely possible that at least some of that is left over from Sargeras programming. Titan think, as I like to call it.
The beasts grow famished. Why not give them...
Blah, 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 blah.
What have you seen? Terentia controls the trench. Severum guards the upper citadel.
I'll hunt down Severum. You and this void spawn can handle the trench.
This is no time to go off on your own.
No, this is the perfect time.
Rendorai with me!
What have you learned?
I don't like dividing our forces, not when much is at stake. Let's not rush in like Lothraxian. See what Decimus knows.
Use everything at your disposal.
Smell that. The delicious charnel house stench of Obscurian Citadel. A bit unrefined for my taste, but it has a violent charm. Well, what do you think about Terentia? Oh, dear Terentia. A sad excuse for a domino. You know, she once tried to claim the mantle herself. Terminus found the attempt so amusing, he allowed her to live and made her one of his lieutenants. Terentia must forever guard that which she is too weak to possess. Now survey her domain, a pit of blood-starved beasts and weak voidlings, easily dissipated, yet she clings to it, like a dying mortal clings to life. What about Severum? A dominar of disturbing hunger. Oh, don't misunderstand me, friend. Hunger is Severum's right. However, one needs a mind to savor each unique delicacy. Severum is a yawning pit, nothing more. Truth be told, I think Terminus keeps him around just to annoy Terentia. She can't stand seeing someone so mindless being above her in the hierarchy. Two sigils. You'll need both to open Terminus's vault and claim the mantle. The first is Terentia's, and the second is the other guy's. Petty ruler of the sad trench, too ambitious for Terminus to bring her to his inner circle, too cowardly to strike out on her own. So she cowers behind an unbreakable shield of void. She's terrified of losing already meager holdings. What a pity. Slaughter your way through the trench. The potential emergence of a new apex predator is something she won't ignore. I expected an army, but this is chaos. Beasts pouring in from the void, gorging themselves, taking captives for sport. Our mission is to claim the mantle, but we can't ignore this. Sooner or later, these forces will be loosed against Silvermoon. Any blows we strike will save lives down there. Starve their forces, stem the flow of beasts, free every captive they've abducted.
Break her toys and fight to the top of the food chain. Dear little Terentia will take it as a challenge.
Who voices Decimus? Do we know? Because whoever he is, he's doing a really good job. I actually disagree with that a little bit, Uthor. Not the puppet part, the person part. But I mentioned that earlier. I don't want to repeat myself. I don't recognize that name. Oh well. Have they done anything else for Blizzard? I suppose that's true, Moog. Oh, got it. That's a good... Guys, don't listen to Google AI. For real. I've noticed a couple of people have been getting more used to just using AI responses. Don't. Even when they're right, they tend to be wrong. Let's see. I actually have all my stuff set up so that it won't ping the AI at all. It just goes straight to the web results. Better not even do the poll. So a more official source, as usual, does not list the voice actor. I really get tired of that. I like Blizzard. I wish they'd actually list their goddamn voice actors. Admittedly, that's not a Blizzard problem. That's just an industry problem. Who did you voice? Other characters. Okay. What did you do in this game? Voice acting. Okay.
You'll bleed out like the...
Guys, I'm sorry. If I can keep track of every little person who does everything for me, so can you. Speaking of which, make sure you watch that FF5 video from this morning. Swear warning. Oh, this guy. Reddit's inconsistent in its quality, in its accuracy, I guess I should say. But at least that's usually a human being giving the result. I would say Decimus is more morally aligned than Lothraxion. I'm saying that wrong. Let me try that again.
How many worlds have suffered the Void's violence?
Yes? What am I angry with? Yeah, immoral, exactly. He has more sense of morality, whereas Lothraxion kind of doesn't. Lothraxion is very, here's the objective, do the objective.
What can I do?
Was it foolish to hope only our world would be subject to the Void's hunger? Look around us. Paladins from the Sunwell, defenders of Silvermoon, but others as well. Off-worlders whose garb I do not recognize. How do we defeat an enemy as hungry and indiscriminate as the Void?
It's good you are...
Has my mother's battled on her own for all these years? We'll let her shoulder that burden alone anymore.
Must protect those in need.
My arrows strike true.
Do you sense it? Every beast here either fears you or wants to kill you. Even their mistress can't ignore you now. For all their power, the Dominar still behave like beasts. That's good for us. The wolves try to avoid each other, but if one threatens another's territory, they'll fight to the death. By now, I think you've more than proven that you're a threat. Terentia can't back down if you challenge her. It would go against her nature. So take the fight to her, slay her, and claim her sigil.
Challenge Terentia and claim her sigil. Erator, let's regroup with the others in the Upper Citadel.
I'm gonna wait a second for Mr. Red, so we don't get ahead of him again. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Hey.
While I brush my teeth.
Sure. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, I see what you're doing.
Pokemon. Or 5.
5? Oh, 4. Open. Open! Damn it. There we go. I do think, absolutely, and this is something that needs to be kept in mind. Part of the reason that so many of the initial quests emphasize how much it sucks to be here is, I think, so that we will understand what Lothraxion is going through. There's a principle for that, I can't remember, but it's resistance theory, right? It's a physics thing. You provide a pressure in a direction, and so it naturally resists. It increases the pressure in the other direction to resist it, right? Lothraxian's light right now is just burning. Do I need to leave this on?
No.
Okay.
You have socks on? Do you have shoes on?
You finish your breakfast, Tilly?
Ham. Morning, Braven. I know you didn't say morning to me. No, exactly. There's such a density of void here that he is penduluming light back. Like, he is probably light streaming so much harder just to keep up, just to stay afloat, metaphorically. And that's not helping. We'll see more of that later, by the way. Spoilers. Foreshadowing is deliberate. I think that's as good as I'm getting him. I think the rest of those are scratches. Okay. Oh, Mr. Ed's still not here. I love how the announcement trailer sucked. Let's just know. I'm not saying the actual result's gonna suck. It's just, did you see that trailer? That was really bad. Here's a dice and random cutscenes from Warcraft. It looked like they were AI generated. Okay, bye. Yeah, I see it. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
No, you won't take this from me.
No, I think we will.
Wait! I bow to your strength. Let me serve you. Together we... Stirring. Some friendly advice. Never trust a Dominar who feigns subservience.
Interesting advice from a Dominar who has feigned subservience to us.
Devour it. Feel her authority become yours. Delicious. Already halfway to unlocking the mantle.
But yeah, it does look cool for the snow. I do agree. I might pirate the hell out of it because Hasbro can suck a dick. But I do like some of what they've actually put out with it. Void cookies. Void cookie. Oh, sorry.
You abandon them?
Acceptable losses. The Void Elves knew the risks.
So, let's pause for a moment. Something Warcraft writing tends to do quite well is gradual escalation. Sometimes it does it better than others, but usually, like a great example of this is, remember Lady Liadrin across Suleiman? At the very beginning of the zone, she was just like, "Rah!" Slight exaggeration. And by the end of the zone, she was like, I'm going to come back and party more with these people. Is that cool? But there was an arc. There was a smooth arc there. I know you're thinking, well, duh, but you would be shocked at how rare that is to see in, well, especially in gaming, but in fiction in general, to actually have a smooth arc. What usually happens is, oh, I hate you. I hate you. We're best friends. CFF13 for a perfect example of this, by the way. Have fun. So, Lothraxian, to continue this, has been getting pretty steadily worse this whole time. Like, he didn't start off great. You know, he didn't start off like, I love Void Elves. But he at least was, you know, part of the team early on. And then, well, now he's flat out abandoning his comrades, and when called to task on it, just is like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, meanwhile, Erator, yes?
The watch can't handle me being in the bathroom.
It's like 10 feet. It's not even 10 feet, whatever.
Because it disconnected me from both phones when I went to go get my toothbrush.
My God.
And then I had my phone with me this time,
Mm-hmm.
and it disconnected me from your phone.
Wow. Yeah, exactly, D20. They knew the risks is the quote of a crappy leader. Yeah, oh God, some of these elves might literally have served under Garithos, because they were Sun Fury. Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. Anyways, Erator is pressing a bandage to a ragged wound in Sidaris' chest. If we'd arrived even a minute later, he'd already be dead. We're close to ending this. Better dispose of Decimus now, before they have a chance to betray us. Have you claimed the sigil?
We will find
I've never known Lothraxion to be careless like this, throwing lives away, charging in blind. Doesn't he know he's not leading an army here? At least you've done your part. Let's try to salvage this mission.
I will not fail again.
Lothraxian's acting like we have an army, but a single Ultradon will tear through us if we're caught off guard. We need to be smarter. I've watched the beasts of this world, studied them, tracked them, killed them. They prey on weakness and cull their own kind at the first sign of frailty. Harvest carrion essence from the carcasses around the Citadel. Use it to mark Ultradons. Other beasts will pounce, thinking they're wounded or dying. Let them tear each other apart. We'll clean up what's left. Acceptable losses. I hope I never find it that easy to dismiss the deaths of friends and comrades. What use is the light if it leads us as callous as our enemies? Sidaris was nearly killed. Luckily, he escaped through a rift. Maela and the others are on a fighting retreat. Go find her. Hopefully they stuck together. I can't leave Sidaris, not until he's stable. Illyria's judgment is clouded, says Lothraxian. Sorry. She spent too much time steeped in the void. I've prosecuted campaigns across the cosmos. Casualties are inevitable. I could not command if the loss of every soldier broke my will. We have information we need. The location of the sigil bearer. The fiends whisper of a dominator named Severum. Slay him and take his sigil and we can be rid of this place.
Remain here, Lothraxian. You've already put this mission at risk.
Risk? You trust the word of a Dominar over mine?
Oh, absolutely. I actually mentioned that earlier before. Not that you were here, because you refused to watch me. But yeah, Primal Zerg parallels. We're walking. What's funny, by the way, you don't actually need to use this mechanic to defeat these things. If you can hang, you can just kill these guys. Yeah, there are not many Void Elves, and there's probably not going to be many more. Ever. As with so many other races that you can play as, you're not playing a species in what we would call the taxonomical sense. Where's Kira now? Oh, there she is. Well, yeah, obviously Trihexia. Like, honestly, everything is going bad for Lothraxian. I don't want to, like... I don't know. I don't want to make excuses for him. It makes perfect sense. I don't think there's any bad storytelling in the fact that he is going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs right now. Yeah, also different political leaning. Which, if we're being honest, is bullcrap, by the way. No, I'm sorry. The fact that Void Elves are Alliance aligned is bullcrap. The only reason it's there is so that the Alliance can roll Blood Elves. That's it. That's the reason. Saying anything else is just pandering.
Stop wasting my time!
Mara?
Anything to report? I was separated from Hyron and Lady Darklen. You must find them.
I mean, yeah, the problem was that was kind of BFA era, so it's whatever. I'm telling you, and I know I've said this 1,000 times. I said this yesterday. We need to just finally tear down the faction mechanic entirely. Just etch-a-sketch it. This is not Dark Age of Camelot. Yeah, I mean, we're already kind of there, Mook.
Hunger has its uses.
Couple of, Here, White Noise, you, Did you have anything to do with this? Asking for a friend.
We embrace a new future. Find that old fool. I'll give him an earful for playing hero.
I mean, the Night Elves being Alliance has literally been stupid since, like, vanilla, so...
Tried to lure them away. Worked a little too well.
Yeah. The whole system has been contrived since word go. There's a reason I have not been in favor of the faction divide since WoW was launched. Excuse me, that's not true. Since WoW was announced. I tried to give the others an opening. They had it till the last few showed up. Did they make it? Yes.
We'll tell Astray I'm sorry. I don't think I'll make it back in time for tea.
So that sucks. I have nothing to add to that. That sucks. We'll talk more about that when we get to the side quests. Yeah, no body. Why would there be? We're in the void.
Where's Hieron? Is he...
He dead.
War is no place for a tender heart, boy.
Shut up, Lithraxian. Jesus Christ, dude.
What can I do?
Lithraxian should know better than this.
Light preserve you.
Oh, this isn't right. Huron didn't come here to die. The light should protect people, not lead them to their deaths. Thank you. I'll be sure to give his journal to the others.
We need you in the fight, champion.
What? Oh, God. I thought everyone was done. I thought everyone was done. No! Ah! God damn it. 4 factions probably would have worked. So I know none of you watched my actual WoW review. I mean, why would you watch me? But one of the ideas I posited several times during that, rewind. Early WoW, it's very clear they wanted a bad guy faction and a good guy faction. But when I say they, I mean part of the team over here. The rest of the team was not on board with that. And so we have a bit of cross purposes. This continued into This continued into BC if you were paying attention. Some of the quests, on both sides, I feel like adding, are just very clearly, we're the bad guys.
So hungry.
And so, what they probably should have done is just gone with their initial instinct. Now, we actually talked about this extensively because making a bad guy faction in an MMO is trickier than it sounds. Because, by definition, like, the bad guys can't really win, right? But I think with some care and some work, that's something that could have worked. In other words, if you're going to do a faction system at all, make one of them good and make one of them bad. Just lean into it. Or give up on the system entirely, like every other MMO has, because it's a dumb idea.
I do not miss.
You remember when FF14 had factions? No, you don't. They haven't done anything with that since ARR. Remember when STO had factions? No, you don't. They haven't had anything for that since the Romulan expansion. Tor hasn't had factions since vanilla. While we're on the subject. I was going to use another example. Guild Wars 2 was actually smart. Guild Wars 2 was far enough down the curve that they made factions a PvP exclusive thing. And that has to do with, like, which server group you're on. So there's not any real factions, it's just which team you join whenever you join the World v World. And ESO, near as I can tell, is pretty much the same thing.
Glory to the light.
Well done. Soon we'll have the mantle of predation and no longer need Decimus. Do not mistake their usefulness for allegiance, as Illyria has.
The light protects.
Do you? Are you? Okay. Let's move quickly. We need to steal the mantle before Terminus returns and before Lothraxion does something rash. I understand this place grates on him, but he should know to trust my instincts. Thought we'd fought together long enough to earn that. Let's end this. So, I really like this quest.
Make ready. It's time we claim the mantle of predation.
And that's all I'm going to say about that.
The light will soon will have all we need. We should strike down this wretch before their hunger turns on us.
Don't you think we have enough enemies ahead of us? I'll take allies where I can get them.
The Void holds allegiance to none. It corrupts and confounds, makes enemies of friends, twists right into wrong.
Love the voice acting.
The light isn't harmless either. I felt its fury, seen the sacrifices it can compel us to make.
I have served the light for millennia. I understand sacrifice better than you ever could.
Then don't become numb to it. We all fight for the same cause.
Yet only I seem to understand what is at stake.
Oh no, see, that's the thing, Mook. Everyone assumes I talk in simplistic things. Guys, I'm not a politician. I'm an engineer. Or a janitor, if you prefer. I don't want a simple fix. Let's be very clear. If WoW wanted to get rid of the faction systems, they could do so like that. We know they can. They did it back in Wrath by accident. For those of you not aware, every NPC in the game, including the player character, has a specific hidden flag which says which faction they are. I don't mean Horde and Alliance. I mean there's hundreds of factions, right? That faction is what determines what you can interact with. You see this green right here? That's because he is flagged as player friendly or whatever, right? And he's flagged as yellow because he's flagged as player neutral. Those enemies out there, all of those enemies actually have a faction flag too. And there's usually like a generic, this is an enemy that everyone can attack faction flag, right? Most of the stuff in the game is green, yellow, or red, like the overwhelming majority of it. But obviously a lot of it is specific to individual sides. Hence, if I walk into Elven Forest, I will not be able to go and actually interact with someone because their flag is set that I am anti-them. You with me? Hostile to me, but not hostile to an Alliance player. And there's some other nuances I'm skipping over, but that's the fundamentals of the system, okay? So obviously, if they wanted to, they could just green flag every quest NPC in the game. All of them. It would take some time to do it, but it's the kind of thing they could just copy-paste and go their way through. And then, boom, the faction system's gone. The problem with that is that would suck, because there's a lot of other underpinnings, quest chains, and general code, and just the way that the scripting works, that would probably break everything. What I am in favor of is actually coming up with some kind of a more large-term, large-scale method, probably an entirely new system, which is specifically designed around, yeah, exactly, which is specifically designed around reducing or even removing the faction flags as an opt-in thing. The way I picture it, and you already mentioned this move, the way I picture it is something like Soridorni, right? You go talk to someone, it's like, imagine if I, on my Blood Elf Demon Hunter, go to Elwyn Forest, and there's an NPC there who says, hey, would you like to experience the story that the young humans experienced as they were first adventuring in Elwyn Forest? Yes, please. Whoosh. Cosmetic. We're walking around as a human. Once again, that tech has been around since BC. And so we walk around and we do Elwyn quests. You with me? This is something I think is not only doable, but worthwhile. Yeah, exactly, here what it is. It would be a temporary interaction to set your flag to human. And there would be some kind of interface method to either get out of that or to leave it. And there you go. The factions have effectively been removed without actually changing all of the history and quests that existed when there was still a war or conflict or whatever between the two sides. Sense make? That's something I would want to do. Furthermore, such a system would also necessitate flattening out the faction system a little bit more going forwards in order to make it so that it's easier to do further quests on anyone, right? They're already one step there. Like, I'm already grouped. Actually, I guess I'm not right now, but I was grouped earlier with an Alliance character, because you can do that. Yeah, I know, right, Uthor? Eitrig is literally a son of Lothar. Think about that sentence for a second. Alright, one moment. I need to get caught up on my notes. I have not been getting a lot of pauses. I'm going to give a lot of pauses off camera, don't worry. There's a lot to jot down. I think you're right, Mook. I'm not sure, but I think you're right. So it's entirely possible they're already thinking with me in this, right? That they already got there before I ever got there. I have a lot of faith in Modern WoW. I do. So I'll let them cook, right? That is a fascinating question, Lord Harriman. Would you believe I don't know? I really don't. Like, what happens if Lithraxian dies? Where does he go? Let's assume he doesn't die in a domain of the light or in a domain of Fel. Good question. Okay, notes. I want to write down some notes. Give me a sec, give me a sec. Sorry, that was just, sorry. I've seen that type of video like 5 times at this point. It's a shame that's just some idiot grifter, because, God, if that was true, hell yeah! Yeah, bait titles are bait titles. Never give in to a master of baiting. Okay.
We will find Xalata. Stay together. No one fights alone. No one gets left behind.
If anything... Oh, you're not in the guild? Why aren't you in the guild? Why aren't you in the guild? Listen, Kennex Cow. WoW is dying! Here, hang on, hang on. Switch up to here. This is Mr. Red. And then... This is Talia. Okay. Oh God. Let me know, Ismir. How bad is it? I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh man, World of Warcraft. I want to play that. Can we play World of Warcraft? That sounds awesome.
Can you feel it? The mantle is close at hand.
Don't look so eager, beast. You fooled Dolaria, but I see through you.
Like, I'm sorry. I remember when woke was actually considered a positive word, and I'm frankly, let's bring that back, right? Can we do that? Can we just keep pushing for that? Eyes open. Yeah, stay woke.
That look in Lithraxian's eyes is the same I saw in Father's.
I wish Terralion were here. Lithraxian might listen to him.
Listen, Romath and Umbric just need to get kissing. Possibly naked. I'm not that invested in the naked part, but they do need to be kissing.
Claim the mantle. We'll watch your back.
Alright, so. Can I get some lore shocks in chat?
Away for but a moment, and the vermin move in. You were right to alert me, Dismas. I warned you. This was always their plot.
To keep our magnificent lord entertained, friends. I'd so hate for him to lose interest.
I doubt any of them do, Ismir.
Why wait until now to betray us? We aren't safe here.
Are you alright? Must have missed something. Why did Decimus help us? They could have betrayed us at any time. It doesn't make sense. I don't see Decimus. For all their glee at handing us over, I'd expect they'd want to watch the fight. What'll be more important to a Dominar than enjoying the battle? Answers can wait. Right now we need to survive.
Weapons ready. We'll make ourselves an opening and deal with Decimus afterward.
I love this whole quest chain here. There's an animator that I actually really like their animations. Like, the quality of the animations is really good. Who I hate. Because...
They could have betrayed us at any time.
Because they use their animation platform as a way to complain about WoW. And it's like the worst possible kind of complaint.
To the void schemes.
Lithraxian, dude, I'm trying to talk here.
Something's not right. Decimus would not miss this spectacle.
Such dull camaraderie. You shall learn your place, as Decimus has. Fight one another or die. I will cull these weak distractions.
This was Decimus's plan. Keep Terminus's eyes on us, champion.
Yeah, duh.
Are you mad, Deliria?
Actually, yeah. Now kill your 100.
I've seen you fight, champion. I know you can do more.
I mean, yeah. Hang on, I'll complain about that animator in a minute. Give me a minute. I gotta beat up Illyria first here.
Entertain, Terminus. Come down here if you dare.
Yep, set mind flay to stun. You know, I just realized this fight is going to suck for Mr. Red if he has to do it alone. I'm gonna back off. He keeps AFKing right before a solo fight. Or a fight that would be sucked to solo. So I guess while I'm running around in a circle, I'll tell you about this animator who sucked. So they keep using their platform to complain about WoW. The way they do it is fascinating. So they talk about how much WoW sucks by pointing to all the things that WoW did wrong back in like the vanilla and BC era, right? They also, at the exact same time, venerate the classic era as if that's the only part of WoW that is worth acknowledging existing. They even made this whole story arc. Oh, she aggroed Talia. I will not share names. I do not feel like giving them the extra attention. They did this whole story arc with their animations, where like the character finally gave up and went to FF14, and then they did a whole series of videos about how much better FF14 is than WoW in every way, shape, and form, and how FF14 is filled with love and rainbows and unicorns. And let me be clear, I like FF14. It's not the most perfect game ever to perfect, you know? If I can heal in here. I guess not. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that person. It's a shame. They were a good animator, but Jesus Christ. Oh, there's Mr. Red. Join us, Mr. Red. Join us. Yes, join us in killing Illyria, Mr. Red. Only 250 pages. Sweet! I will steal it immediately. I think Mr. Red might have to still be on the kill 30. That makes no sense, though. Like, he should have been getting credit from our kills. Oh, gotcha. Well, that sucks. I was actually trying... Yeah, don't accept slop! Don't accept slop. I was actually trying to kind of drag you along because most of these share. You probably haven't noticed, but I am just standing here waiting for you so you don't have to solo... Oh, there you are! So you don't have to solo Illyria. Hey, alright, now let's kill her. Alright, everyone, kill Illyria! Yeah! Woo!
I've seen you fight, champion. I know you can do more.
Oh, I bet it's all the card. I mean, as long as Classic Plus doesn't interrupt with retail, I'm kind of down. I've said that before and I'll say it again.
Entertain, Terminus. Come down here if you dare!
The don't interfere part is the tricky part. You remember why I hated mobile games? No, you don't, because none of you have been watching me for like 10 plus years. So back in the day, there was this concept called mobile games. No, I'm not doing a bit, I swear. There used to be real mobile games. They kind of sucked, but they were at least actual games, unlike the garbage we have nowadays. And I know, there are still some real ones.
Not bad. But it's time to end this.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. Oh no, she's doing a kill shot. No! She's gonna kill me. She's gonna kill me. Oh, she got me. Oh.
I see now why Zalatar is so fascinated by you mortals. Oh.
Idiot.
Decimus, my mantle. It suits me, yes? Now for the victory feast. As for my dear guests, pardon the deception. You made an exquisite distraction. A distraction annihilate you.
Lothraxian, hold! We have what we need to finish this.
And you still need me. Only a Dominar can use the mantle. Surely I mentioned that.
How many betrayals before you see the truth? He is playing us for fools.
Decimus is not our enemy.
You are blind. You are all blind. I will tear the Nexus points apart and end this accursed storm once and for all.
Everyone has a line that once they're pushed over it, they kind of go a little cuckoo. We kind of just lost Lothraxian.
I am on the hunt.
There's no time. He's already has the lead. Get to the Nexus point. We'll meet you there.
If he damages...
Oh god, I'm gonna have to tank, aren't I?
The resulting energy surge will obliterate your precious Silver Moon.
We need to stop him. Mela, get the others back to Howling Ridge.
Cool. A Void Forged, Light Forged, Fell Forged. That would be interesting. Do I think we could have salvaged Lothraxian? Quite frankly, no. But someone asked earlier, I don't remember who it is, forgive me. What would it take to fix Lothraxian? I actually have an idea.
Damn, he's already torn his way in.
I think Azurite would have helped. No, I'm being serious. If Azurite has done one thing consistently, it is reduced external influence on a person. It's probably the only thing that Azurite is consistent about. So, it might not fix him, but it will at least give him a chance to make a choice for himself instead of constantly being one thing or the other.
My arrows strike true.
So, you should go to a dungeon.
Stop that light-addled fool. Then I will join you and use the mantle to weaken the storm.
One moment. Jotting down some positives, don't mind me.
What have you learned? All this time, Lothraxian thought that my judgment had been compromised by the Void. Now his zealotry threatens all of Silvermoon.
I've seen this before. In the Scarlet Crusade, in Father, even in myself. Given who Lothraxian was before he embraced the light, maybe his conviction was the only thing that could anchor him in a place like this.
Perhaps. For 1,000 years, I saw the light bolster the resolve of its champions. But it also changed them. Lothraxian was obviously no exception, and neither was Terralion. More than anything, that was what I feared for you, Arator. Not that you would come to harm, but that the light would alter you forever. That in the face of peril, you, like Lothraxian, would lose yourself to wrath, like I risk losing myself to the Void.
I understand, but I promise you that it will never happen. Not for me, and not for you. We're Windrunners, after all. No outside force has ever succeeded in telling us what to do.
Sylvanas is high.
Save Silvermoon together, as Windrunners.
Yes, you are the only one who's Mr. Stab! Okay, we've gotten rid of the outlier. The heresy has been purged. Let me grab. Oh, got a stab move too. Stab! Okay, we're good. We're good. Whew. Okay. So, I'm tired even talking about it. I hate it so much that I'm just kind of sick of it. So, Illyria and Turellian stay behind on Outland in order to defend against the portal breaking. As a result of that, they ended up getting thrust into the Nether and lost in the space, but then they got caught by the Army of Light and recruited into fighting against the demons, the Burning Legion. Okay, cool. That's pretty cool. And then they fought for 30 goddamn years of real time. I forget the exact number, forgive me, but I keep saying 30 years because it's around 30 years. Now, that's a long goddamn time. 30 years is a huge amount of time to be losing yourself in what is essentially non-stop warfare against something like the Legion. Mr. Red, can I have lead, by the way? So that sucks, right? Like, that's terrible. But because Metzen is Metzen, he decided that 30 years didn't sound like a long enough period of time. Everyone in chat, do me a favor real quick. Think about what 30 years ago was right now. Just real quick. Just real quick. That would have been, what, 96? Think about 1996 really quick. 30 years is a long frigging time. Especially in a setting where things move so quickly, as they do in Warcraft. But for whatever reason, 30 years wasn't enough, so they came up with this bull crap, which I gave a negative and will never walk back from, that there's time dilation, woo, even though it makes absolutely no sense and is completely inconsistent, in order to explain away that they've all been fighting for thousands of years. It's actually 1,000 years, because of course it's 1,000 years on the goddamn dot. And you know why it's 1,000 years. It's because it's a big, round, obvious number. And if there's one thing I hate about Metzen's writing, it is his fascination with big, round numbers. He is not the only writer with that problem, but God, he has a sickness. He is addicted to this. Yeah, big, round, and corruption. That's the other thing. He's got to have his corruption. It's very important. Now, here's the funny thing. I need a 5th. We can't pug this. I guess we could do a follower dungeon. I kind of don't want to. And we can't queue because we are cross-faction, so we have to walk in, which means we need a 5th. I can tank Mr. Red's healing, so DPS is fine. Hey, Doralis, thank you for the sub. Now, I'll admit, the 1,000-year thing wouldn't bother me as much if they didn't keep bringing it up. If they didn't keep constantly mentioning that Turellian over there is over a millennia old. Like, in this quest chain alone, they've brought it up, I believe, 5 separate times. Let's see. Donkey Kong Bonanza, Diablo 2 Warlock, and ESO. Thank you, Doralis, very much. It is one of the setting's quirks, but I know, Mr. Red and Maverick look identical. It's kind of strange. And you're right, it is one of the quirks of Warcraft, and it does bother me. I guess, I don't know. How do I put this into words? I think the main reason that it irritates me, other than the fact that they keep bringing it up, is the fact that it's just that it's not good. I'm just going to say that it is not good. And I don't think any setting that has something that is not good, even if it's a regular aspect of the setting, is something that should just get a free pass. It's the not good thing that's important. I know I use this example constantly, but it's Battletech all over again, right? I don't mind the fact that battle mechs are somehow magically superior to all other forms. There we go. Sorry, I was just about to invite. Are magically superior to all other forms of combat in the Battle Mech series, even though, let's be clear, that's nonsense, right? That is total insanity. But I don't mind that because they do something with it. It's actually something that is interesting and well-developed and cool and awesome and great. Cool. Like, what do we get out of that? Giant, awesome mechs that beat the crap out of each other in a fantastic setting. Great. I love it. What does the 1,000 years add to WoW? Nothing. And that's ultimately the problem, is even though it is nonsense, they don't do anything with it. The reason I keep saying the 30 years thing is because nothing changes. Nothing changes if you change it to 30 years. It is still a huge amount of time spent fighting. It still hasn't enough time for Trellian and Illyria to go their respective paths. It has enough time for Trellian to be Lightforged. Plenty of time for them to be long-standing war veterans fighting the Legion. It's plenty of time for Trellian to develop all the PTSD he's currently going through, etc., etc. Nothing's changing. Nothing changes. Right? I have another example from Warcraft. 10,000 years. If we shrank 10,000 to maybe 1,000, right? And shrank the timeline a little bit, what changes? Nothing. The fact that it's been 10 millennia since the War of the Ancients doesn't mean or do anything. And you brought up the actual worst example, which is Koresh. You remember the events of Koresh that happened 100,000 years ago? Well, then we will disagree, Asmiristar. Forgive me for getting angry. I've just been sick of this for almost 30 years now. Like 24 years, something like that. I'm gonna poke my head. Oh god, look, look! Look at how he tore his way in. Look at that. That's awesome. I like that. Anyways, moving on. Eels suck. Moving on. Except on sushi. Eels are great on sushi.
Draxian, give up this foolishness! We have already won!
You put all of Silvermoon in danger. This isn't worth the risk.
Mm-hmm.
A few pieces missing. We have to find them if we're going to stop Lothraxian.
So yeah, you like the giant claw marks in the ground too. Lothraxian is kind of, yeah, he's going. A goat eel. Ooh, I like it. Let's make it happen. Yeah, that's what we call a visual storytelling positive right there. Also, a little bit of a tutorial for the boss mechanic while we're on this subject with the lingering images there. Whoops. Just completely missed there. It's okay, I have faith in you, Mr. Ed. I will not die under your expert care. Yeah, I was going to look at the skybox, but I kind of want to wait until I'm not dealing with this nonsense. I guess I could kind of poke it over there. Ah, we'll show up in a second. Oh my god, where's our deeps? Like, this lore runner guy is doing the worst DPS in this group. What is wrong with him? Alright, hang on. Let me actually show off now. So yeah, this is the dungeon. Try not to fall off. As you can see, it's this nice little, like, I don't know what to call that, like this crescent thing, and we've got the shrine over there, which is really cool looking. And don't worry too much about up or down. And yeah, I love the way that they showcase Anathrazim's power set in there. I do. Yeah, each of those over there, like that. Do you see where the lightning is on my mouse? That's another nexus point over there. No, no, he got me. I always sort of had the mental assumption that we're in like a pocket dimension thing. But it might literally just be underground. That would make sense. I'm not sure. At some point, I'm going to have to go Devourer, I just realized, for this run. I mean, I don't have to for this run. I have to for the next run, but... Let's go this way. I knew it, tell you. Cheetah! Betrayer! So, my biggest complaint with Devour, and I will 100% be digging this when we get there, when we start reviewing the classes, it is quite frankly an incomplete class until it hits 90. I will admit, because I have played it at max on my main, on Zalash, and yeah, Devour is much, much better at 90. Once you have all the pieces of the kit in place, it's like, okay, yeah, we're good. But it needs those, and that is arguably bad design. FF14 says hello, because FF14 has that same problem on several classes. Technically all of them, although that's going away soon, so that's nice. Oop, oop, oop. No, you don't. No, you don't. No! 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 Okay. Yeah, my biggest foray into Devour was when it first came out, which, if you remember, was during the Acclamation patch. And that sucked. Like, we actually did a couple of raids of Monoforge with that, and a bunch of the launch content. You know, the, what was it? The Twilight Highlands. That was legitimately unfun in several cases. It was just underperforming and felt like an incomplete spec. Like, there was just pieces of it missing, and that's because there were. Oh no! The smudges! The smudges! No! Oh, is this one of the Mythic Plus rotations? I haven't done any Mythic Plus in Midnight. I honestly am not sure I will. Time is, as always, my enemy. And I am playing several MMOs this year. Thanks, Microslop. There's a reason I call you that now. That name's gonna stick, I hope you know that. I'm not gonna stop calling you that for a while. What spec do you play, Magister? Out of curiosity. That's true. If Microsoft just implodes, that'll be their name forever. Oh. I remember liking Pit of Saran, so... I don't know how I could do that, though. Oh. Just scooch by here, don't mind me. Let's go over here. And by the way, real quick, sorry. I apologize, Mook and as Miristar, if I sounded too harsh earlier. That's the pain talking. Right? I don't know how else to phrase that. That's the pain talking. I know I probably sound fine. I am super not. Speaking of, I'll take another dash of pain pills in a second here. I mean, I probably could just smash a Mythic 1. That would be easy, really. But 279, I want to say, Huthor, somewhere around there.
What a miserable display! You have all failed in your purpose!
Wound penalty -3. Bingo. No. I'm here. Oh, no, you don't. That's a new one. Flailstorm. I like that. Flailstorm. That's what Lothraxian's doing right now. I mean, again, I actually liked Pit of Saran for what it was. I mean, it was still a Wrath dungeon, but... Oh, okay. Scoops through. Absolutely, Luthor.
Is there no end to you intruders? Do us all a favor and die before I have to kill you myself.
You don't deserve my blood. I remember that boss. I've only played that game once. It stuck with me, though. I've seen the new Sithralis dungeon because I've done Mythic, or not Mythic, sorry, the opposite of Mythics, Time Walking. I kind of liked it better before, especially the orb mechanic, but whatever.
Prove your worth, you pathetic lackeys!
Oh, 100%. If Turellian, if Lithraxian walked up to Turellian, it was like, yeah, hey, bro, don't worry, I got rid of the Void. Excellent. I am glad you were able to defeat our enemy. Praise be the light. How did you do it? I blew up Silvermoon.
Minions, do not disappoint me again!
I'm kind of saying it jokingly, but for real, I actually think that would just crack Turellian in half on the spot. He would probably actually physically attack Lithraxian. And yeah, I'm sorry, I'd put money on Turellian for that fight. Especially since Lithraxian wouldn't see it coming. Yeah, remember, Turellian thinks of Silvermoon as his home. That was actually one of the reasons why he took it so personally when Zul'Jan was mocking him back during the events of Eversong. Like, remember, Haldoran is basically his bro.
Everything myself.
It's also probably part of the reason Lorthamar is willing to put up with so much crap from Turellian.
Yet another battle. I am still wounded from the last one.
Sorry. Can we come back at a later time? Maybe something more convenient? Oh, jeez.
There will be no end to your suffering.
Exactly, Esmerstar.
Minions, do not disappoint me again.
Minions. We're here to disappoint you, sir! Oh, God. Ugh.
There will be no end to your suffering. The light still burns! Curse that damn Nathrezim!
Ruby life pools, of all things? That's a choice. I haven't actually looked at what the next season's dungeon rotations are. Other than apparently it includes the fricking Veil, the Blinding Veil.
To your suffering. Eliminate these intruders or be devoured! There will be no end to your suffering. The light still burns! Curse that damn Nathrezim!
Let's see, so... Midnight Dungeons, King's Rest, Loot, Ruby Pools, and That's a really weird pick. Cat of Zulamon. I mean, it's there.
No end to your suffering.
You ever wanted to know what was going on in Zulamon back in the day? We've got your back.
Go! Show me why I tolerate your incompetence! There will be no end to your suffering.
Guys, I feel like there will be no end to our suffering.
The light still burns! Curse
Damn it.
that damn Nathrezim!
That's my fault.
All this for that wretched Zealot.
Don't forget to send the conduits.
Oh my god, Terra, I always knew! Gee, what's my preferred story ending? Endless suffering, or the heroes win?
Lothraxion, this isn't what the light demands of us. Think of the lives that will be lost. Just trust us.
You of them all I thought would understand, Arator. Ashamed that the Void has corrupted you too.
That's right, he's totally corrupted. Wink. Yeah, have you not seen that? It's actually a mechanic, Talia. You could tell which up. You could tell which one is the real Lothraxion later by which one doesn't have horns. It's great. Oh, that's a good point. Let's just have O'Brien suffer for us. I think. Sorry, I'm being a little facetious, Mystic Maker. I'll take an ending where we don't have eternal suffering. I know I'm kind of in the minority on this. I suffer enough in real life. I kind of like my fiction to be more positively inclined.
Hurry up those repairs! If we aren't careful, that will be all of us!
Like, it doesn't need to be all sunshines and rainbows, but Jesus Christ, can we get away from eternal suffering, please? Is that a thing we can do? I mean, that's barely a joke, Mr. Red. People clearly want eternal suffering. Anybody here ever seen the movie Dogma? Kevin Smith, one of his earlier films. Probably his best film overall. There's a scene in that where I think it's Azrael. Excuse me, there's a deleted scene in that where I think Azrael gets really pissed off because hell apparently is only that horrifically awful, specifically because of humans who wanted to suffer. Okay, this guy is he's just ignoring me. He's just straight ignoring me. Whatever. Oh, that was not what I was going for. It's actually an interesting concept. The idea in lore, in the movie, is that hell was apparently just supposed to be a place you go to be absent from God, and that's your punishment, is not being around God. There you go, that's it. But humans started getting tossed there, and they're like, oh, we suck. It must suck more. We deserve torment. And it turned into this awful place. That's cool. Humans dumb. That is a very good question, Atolhakar. I'm going to be very honest with you. I think that if we go into maintenance mode after the Last Titan, that is a... I don't want to say best case scenario, but that's like unlikely good. I wouldn't put money down, is what I'm trying to say. I think our more realistic options are much worse than that. I'm going to be real. I don't even think Last Titan is going to be untouched. And we know they're working on it. Now. What are we still in combat with? God damn it. No, that's exactly the problem. See, a lot of people... I've talked about this recently with regards to ESO and FF11 and a few other games like Fallout 76. Hang on. Gotta pay attention for a second. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Ahem. What the hell was I talking about? My biggest worry when it comes to the big MMOs is not them pulling the plug. Pulling the plug is actually pretty unlikely. Even Tor is still lurching on, right? It's actually one of the reasons why the MMOs that had the plug pulled are such weird exceptions, is because there's not a lot of good reason, even just economic reason, for pulling the plug on an MMO, right? My worry is that they're going to ruin it. Yeah, slot mode is probably the actual worst case scenario. And on the table. That's great. No. First of all, I wouldn't call Azeroth a god, any more than anything else we call gods in this setting. Second of all, there's a lot of people who already know Azeroth is right over there, and they doesn't seem to bother their faith any. Of course. Oh, I wasn't trying. Okay. Let's try not to pull those. Whatever. I did know that, Rain 36. There's an entire page about it. It's great. It's just this one page that just says, this one's for you, Runus. Or something to that effect. I mean, if you think about it, Senegos does literally owe a lot of his existence to that, so... Like, literally. Dude saved his life. That was at least part of that. In a minute. Yeah, there's a reason I put Runus so high in my best side character list when we're doing the WoW run, the WoW GAs earlier this year. With the giant sideburns, too, opposed to stone. Okay. Sorry, mutton chops, my bad. Gotta get the terminology correct here. Guys, could you stop leaving void crap literally everywhere? Is that possible? Frickin' ethereals. You see the problem, right, Mr. Ed? Like, I actually think this is a pretty well-designed dungeon, but God, the trash is so fat!
More of you mindless intruders! Stay away from my work!
Let's stop working with it.
Corite always has his tools!
Take it into a beam if you get the bubble. I don't know if it matters which beam, to be quite honest with you. Just take it into a beam.
This is but another prototype!
Or not? I swear that's how it worked. Yeah, there we go. Like that.
My power output is peaking!
Look, dude, what you do in private is up to you. Could you not, like, share that? It's a little gross. Look, like it or not, this is what peak WoW looks like.
A good Corite always has his tools!
Pull him out of there, actually.
My power output is peaking!
Dude, we talk. Okay, whatever.
A good Corite always has his tools!
Absolute peak garbage.
But my job isn't done! There's still...
You got the last conduit. Make sure to send them over.
Oh god, yeah, Dakota. Huh.
You will realize I was right, Illyria. Your judgment has been clouded by the Void, as it always does.
My vision has never been clearer, Lothraxian, but I don't want to believe it.
Full raids, Mystic Maker. I don't know the last time they did raids in sections.
Starting the bridge now.
I'd have to think about that. Yeah, we could probably take him plus a couple of these guys. Oh, that's true. LFR is still in sections. I forgot about that. Shadowlands. It's just... The only expansion so bad it actually nearly killed WoW. It's just a group with us, Spartan. Sorry, we're the assholes. How would I have written Shadowlands? Okay, so first and foremost, don't have the infinite afterlives thing. Don't go to the Shadowlands. And don't have the jailer existing at all. 3 easy and obvious changes. But that changes the entire story. Yes. I legitimately believe Shadowlands was so broken from its core that it would need a complete rewrite to actually work. You know, tear it up by the roots kind of a situation. I have actually already put thought into what I would do in order to make it still be called Shadowlands. It's actually pretty easy. Because as recently as, I believe, Legion, actually, what the Shadowlands actually were was pretty cohesive in Warcraft lore. It was a subdimension, similar to the Emerald Dream. That actually hurt. You know, you literally see it when you die. You die and there's like a grayscale version of the world where all the dead people are. There are quite a few quests across WoW that deal with going to the Shadowland. God damn it. That's my fault. With going to the Shadowlands, and they involve going to the Dead Lair, right? So I know what you're thinking. Well, how would you still have it called Shadowlands? I just told you. We'd go to the Dead Lair. It would be set on Azeroth in the Shadowlands. There you go. Boom. We're done. Yeah, Death Knight Starting Zone had a freaking quest in the Shadowlands. This isn't even hyperbole. They call it that, straight up. Capital S. So, set it there. Make Sylvanas the villain, like they plussed out on doing. And, I don't know. Like, everything else feels like it would just kind of fall into place at that point. Like, I don't think anybody wants to sit here and listen to me talk about specific story arcs and crap I do, especially since we already did that during the Shadowlands thing, during the Shadowlands stream. So I was thinking about the death thing, right? What happens if you die in the Shadowlands? The answer is so obvious to me, but it didn't occur to me at first. I feel silly for not thinking about it earlier. One, Samdi just kind of catches you if you die in Shadowlands. Have him say a line, similar to BFA. No, 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 man. you got some more work to be doing. Get back out there. I would even, if I was being ambitious, I would make death a different mechanic in Shadowlands, rather than your typical go back and get your corpse thing. I'm not sure what. I haven't put time and thought into that. But you get the idea. Do something with it, right? So, this boss is pretty cool.
You willingly choose to go against the Light's will.
Yeah. Dude, I'm a demon hunter.
You will see the Light's wrath.
I'm a demon hunter. That's a monk. That's a shadow priest over there. Nope, I'm sorry. Nope, that's a void demon hunter. My bad. That's an evoker? That's kind of a weird one, but it's whatever.
You will see the Light's wrath.
So again, notice how his images have the horns. Do you see that? It's kind of hard to see because the camera... Ah, whatever. It's there, trust me. We'll see a lot more of it in a second here. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
You will not stop what the Light demands.
So all those other images had horns. You're supposed to look for the one that doesn't have horns. Because he doesn't. I love that little touch.
You will see the Light's wrath.
Put this over here. Scooch a little bit. In fact, I'm gonna do this. I remember the very first time we did this, and we were like, how do you tell which one is him? I would like to say it was me who noticed, but I am not a good liar.
The light will cleanse!
Let's see.
You will not stop what the light demands! You will see the light's wrath!
Gravity demands that I buy this ice cream. So ends the time of man, for the light demands man's ending.
You will see the light's wrath! You will see!
Goodbye, Lithraxian. I don't know where you're going to end up, but I hope you can at least recover a little bit from this nonsense.
Farewell, old friend.
I have all I need. Mourn your friend after we save your city.
Yeah, I noticed that. He looks...
Through the portal.
dead. Just dead, you know? He didn't... So, for those who know, when an Authorzeum dies, they don't leave behind a body. So, we're not sure what happened with him. He might actually just straight up be dead. That is possible.
I've been looking for.
Pity about your friend. Why are lightlings always so eager to throw their lives away?
We've destabilized the pylon network, Decimus. Time to make good on your promise.
I am as good as my word, mortal.
I knew it would work.
You are a marvel to me, Arator. Please know how proud I am of the man you've become.
Mother, I
feared that you coming to this place, fighting these horrors, would wear you down, harden your heart, as it has mine.
That could never happen. I have something this darkness could never touch. All those years alone, Mother, I finally have what I always longed for. You.
So.
You have your orders! Move out!
A very minor touch, but notice Turlian's eyes are brown when he looks at his family. Yeah, again with the RTS camera. Alright, so now we got an army. Cool, cool, cool.
There's no time for caution.
Turelian is busying himself with the troops. We'll need to let him know what they face. Tell him about Lithraxian. Thank you, Lorana. Even when my thoughts feel clouded, you never seem to waver. Go give Lortham our report. Sir Erator and I will brief Turelian.
Give Lothamar my report. Tell him we did what we had to.
I'm sure Lothraxion felt the same.
Yep. That's the problem. So, I believe this is our second to last phase of the Sunwell. As you can see, there are a lot of troops here now. Like, a lot, like a lot. I know this probably doesn't sound super impressive, but I'm honestly shocked the engine can handle this. In fact, if you pay attention, look at those troops in front of me. Give it a second. It's right around here-ish. There they go. See how they're already despawning at this range? Yeah, you could tell they put a separate culling layer around here just to make this work. Yeah, no, in most MMOs, these would be 2D objects, not actual interactable NPCs.
You need something? See you around.
Would have been nice, Kraken-san, but, you know. They were off fighting the 1,000-Year War. That's not a joke. That's actually what was happening at that point in time. Although I know time is relative, let's just not.
Champion, thank the light. With the storm breaking, we just might win this.
What?
You have found me.
Is that a level locked quest? Yeah, whatever. Ahem. You have unlocked World Quest. This was an impossible mission. We won't forget the sacrifices that brought us a fighting chance. Still, I know not every victory feels worthy of celebration. When war forces us to choose between friendship and duty, there are many who would be unable to act. We will not squander the opportunity you've given us. Now our counter-offensive begins.
You made the right choice. The only choice. Now, we can truly begin to fight back.
Okay, so I was kind of hoping to continue the MSQ, but there's an interesting problem here. I'm not level 90. The next quest objective is quite literally, go hit level 90.
Our strength lies in our people.
That's literally the next MSQ. We could do delves. We also have all the side quests to do. For the sake of narrative cohesion, I was kind of hoping to push the MSQ until, and I'm just going to say this as nice as I can, until that's not there. But we've got plenty of stuff. I'm not worried about leveling. We've got tons of content to do. I just kind of want to do the MSQ in one bundle, so whatever. It is a very strange choice, and I wanted to talk about this, actually. Because, we need to do the delves anyways, too, but, almost every Guild Wars, well, no, Guild Wars, FF14 and WoW for quite a few times, for quite a few expansions now, I should say, have done this thing where doing the MSQ is enough to get you to max level for the expansion. This is one of the first times that's ever not been true. And I find that kind of strange, but I decided to go and do a little bit of math off camera, because I was thinking about this when I was going through it. Because, by coincidence, me and my friends also did what I just showed you. We did the MSQ and we skipped the dozens and dozens and dozens of side quests across the zones. And that's the distinction. I don't think this is a bad thing, because the idea here is the MSQ feels so urgent, you kind of don't want to go back and do side stuff, right? These are great side quests. I intend to give many positives to them. But most of them are like, hey, do you want to go help with the chocobos? Or, hey, there's some Naga causing issues on the West Coast. And I'm like, there's a storm right there. Right? Yeah, no, exactly. Legion was the exact same way. You kind of wanted to do the MSQ in Legion because, well, there was a storm right over there, right? If anything, this might qualify as a story negative. I'm not sure. I'm actually still debating this concept because, again, the leveling it's the same general X curve it always has been. And if you're doing side content or delves or anything else really as you're leveling, you will hit 90 before you hit this point. But the story is kind of like really pushing you to go down the main story, the main plot, because it's so urgent. We literally have a main story quest where we go with Eretor and Alonz's Fowl to gain artifacts to empower the beleaguered people who are maintaining the Sunwell. Right? At a certain part of the story, their defenses start to break, and the Voidstorm starts to cause issues, right? So everything about it is just like, go! Go! I don't know, I'm still torn on this. Either way, I'm obviously going to pause here for lunch. And I might actually lay down for a bit because, you know, massive pain. See, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, the experience pain, that is actually a gameplay thing. Put that in the leveling curve here. I think I will give that negative, because it's kind of frustrating. The narrative does a good job of really emphasizing how urgent the plot is and getting you engaged in it. But the quests should give you enough experience to hit 90, or the level 90 requirement shouldn't be there. One of the two. One of those two shouldn't be true, and both are. So I think I agree with the negative. Yes, good. More negatives. But for real, I'm gonna go lay down. See you guys.